Zombified.
Monsters are living under your bed, 'cause they are the voices in your head. Zombified by the lies they said, we've become the walking dead. 'Cause everybody's on the edge. Oh no, they'll never let go of something you said 10 years ago. They're canceling you. And they won't stop till everybody's zombified. They're bumping us with lies like it's formaldehyde. We're dead inside. Goes on, let this go. When it stops, we'll never know. We're hypnotized. And they won't stop till you're zombified. Shut your mouth and bite your tongue, 'cause you don't wanna piss off anyone. We're traumatized by the damage done. Welcome to America. 'Cause everybody's on the edge. Oh no, they'll never let go of something you said 10 years ago. They're canceling you. And they won't stop till everybody's zombified. They're bumping us with lies like it's formaldehyde. We're dead inside. Goes on, let this go. When it stops, we'll never know. We're hypnotized. And they won't stop till you're
Zombified. Zombified.
Welcome to the BiggOh Wrap Up. Hosted by your boy,
BiggOh, Celebrate, and Midmosmart and the rest of the BiggOh family. Grab your beverages and your snacks. And like BiggOh says, if you got it, spark it.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to a Retro Rewind. You know what? I'm going to have to make an intro for the Retro Rewind episodes that we do here. I feel like I got
a bad idea.
Yes, I am dripping in gold right now. I do apologize. I'm sorry for my shininess. All right,
This motherfucker.
I am sorry.
What am I, the fucking
All right,
jobber around here or what?
I apologize. I
I
am
ain't
dripping in
24/7. Ain't
gold.
that a bitch?
You're all
I
good,
am
Louie.
dripping in gold. Y'all know me as the longest reigning IWC Intercontinental Champion of all time. Nobody's taking this title. And now I'm the IWC Undisputed Champion now. Nobody got these titles. Nobody got these goddamn titles. But I do.
Not in this stream.
I do.
Not on this panel.
Nope.
Nobody claims themselves as an actual champion of the IWC.
I'm just the enhancement talent.
You're more than an
jobber taking squashes.
We got the gold in the IWC.
You ain't no jobber. You
Man,
ain't
what's
no
going on,
enhancement
Holy
talent,
man?
I
What's
got
going
no
on,
gold.
Holy? How's your day been?
Happy Easter, my bros.
Let me.
Happy Easter.
Happy
Easter,
Happy
everybody
Easter
in the chat. To all those with families who celebrate in the Western culture, the holidays. Happy Easter to everybody. Hope everybody's doing good today. If you
Yeah, for real.
don't have family, if you ain't celebrating,
Right,
come
for
kick
real.
it with me.
For sure. Get your ass over here.
For real.
Rob,
Right.
where
If
you at, bro?
Yeah.
Did y'all get the picture from Future?
PB on my boy Rob.
Yeah, I got a picture from Future.
Picture?
Him and Cooper.
No. He found Rob.
He did.
He didn't send you the pic?
Uh-uh.
All right, let me send it to you real quick.
Let's see. Hold on. Now I got one of him and Cooper.
Yeah, I got those too, but this morning he had sent me this. I'm trying to figure out how I can send it to you. There we go. Let's see. No. I think I gotta save the pic to my phone real quick. Hang on.
All right.
Go ahead with your thing. I'll send it to you. The demons.
Man.
You can post it up on the thing.
Right on.
What'd you guys do today for Easter?
Getting that together, man. Let's see who we got up in here, man.
I went
cut
out
my
to
yard. I was nice enough to even cut my neighbor's yard too.
Yeah, I went
Jeremy,
out
you
to.
said you hung up with your mom's?
Yeah, I went out to breakfast with my mom. Me, Kayla, Max, Grace, my sister, and her husband.
Notice you're frozen, bro. You don't know you're talking, Jeremy. Sorry.
It's all good. It is what it is when it comes to these live things.
Yeah, facts. That's so weird.
You too. You know what I'm saying, man? Adam Banks, babe. Are you a new subscriber?
I know we had a new subscriber last night. I got one, or at least he said he subscribed. Mason DeMayo. Obviously, Otis's internet has gone heel, like mine does apparently every now and then. But no, Otis. On Filthy Casual Talking Shit podcast, there was a new member that joined, and he said that he said that he subscribed to Otis's platform. So
there, I sent y'all the picture. If you can post it for everybody to see. I don't know if you can or not, but he found Rob. He's somewhere in Colorado.
Where'd you send it to?
Your text messages.
Oh. Oh, that's fucking dirty, man. That's that's fucking great.
Scripts,
Oh
we
my
found him,
God.
bro.
I hope he fucking shows back up. I want to fucking clown on him so bad. I miss the fucker.
I don't want to clown
Where
on him
is
anymore.
he?
I just want to know that that the
Like,
homie's alive.
yeah, for real.
AJ!
Like, where the fuck are you, bro? This is no, for real. Like, we're going through. We need to put this motherfucker on a milk carton or something. Like, this is unlike.
It's not like him because the last time I saw him
No.
was Wednesday Night Dynamite. It was at least 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Spring break had been on for like 2 days, and he was like, "Are you going to be on the stream on Friday?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll be there." And then he never went live, and I have not seen or heard from him since.
Like, and Otis, this is my question to you. Whenever a live stream doesn't get started,
I've actually got a hold of it.
When did you get a
Otis's
hold of him?
internet
though?
is frozen again. Oh,
Hold
is
on.
he
When did
back?
you get a hold of him?
Wait a minute. Hold up. Okay, hold up. On March 18th.
Okay,
that was
what he
2
told
weeks
me.
ago.
That was the last message I got from him. March 18th.
That was,
the last thing
that
I
was the last
got.
time I seen him.
The last thing I got from him, he was asking me if I had any way for him to watch Dynamite or anything on AEW Plus since he was out of town. I was like, unless you got a VPN, you're out of luck. But no, like that was the last I heard from him, and like it is unlike this dude to not say anything, whether he's taking a break, whatever.
For real,
At least
I
say
know.
something.
And to
Yeah.
miss the streams, he never missed his streams, bro.
He's
And
always
this is my
posting
question to
something.
you. Well, and here's the thing,
It's
Otis.
weird.
Whenever you don't start a live stream and it just gets and it goes past the scheduled date, does it just get erased? Then that's what fucking happened. Like he didn't.
Wait. Yeah, I think it actually does, but you have
Because
to
if it erases,
go in there and take it down
then
yourself, though, because it's still.
Yeah, if it erases, he hasn't, or if it because it's not on his page anymore. Like, so either he went in and deleted it, or it got fucking deleted.
That was the one thing I've been
automatically because it
wondering.
didn't get started.
I was wondering if he's done some trolley shit and made a new account with a new name and been hanging around just under a different name so nobody knows. But why would he do that?
Bro, right. There's no reason for him to do that.
Wait, Jen says she saw him a couple days ago. Where?
The biggest. That'd be such
Where?
a rib. That'd be such a rib if he did that. Oh my. That would be
like,
such a
if it-
rib.
No. Because if he's trying to be funny, that ain't funny now. He needs to stop. 'Cause now we're worried.
Like at this point, yeah, I'm pissed. I'm not just worried. I'm pissed.
I'm not
if he's
pissed.
like-
I just
if
want to
he-
know that he's all right, bro.
Well, no. If he's actually fine, where he's actually fine and just is taking a break, there is no fucking reason for him to just ghost us like this. There's too many people been holler at him. Hey,
And
motherfucker, where you at?
I just want to know if he's okay. If he just says, "Yeah, I'm fine,"
why,
I'm not trying to ask him his business.
Because
Right. Same
I'm not
shit.
trying to get into his personal life, whatever. I just want to know that he's alive because it's not like I said, it's not like
No,
him
this
to
is-
be gone
this is
this
real.
long,
This is not normal.
to not be in the chats and the streams, to not be
And if
streaming.
he's
Is
at-
kind of
for
weird.
real, for real.
Like say
Oh, yeah.
whether he's just taking an extended vacation that he didn't necessarily acknowledge to begin with, like say if he's not around by WrestleMania, something's fucking up.
It's weird that he's not
Yeah.
around. We're coming into Mania. Like
Yeah.
he's
Right.
why is he missing the most important streams of his channel?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody
Otis
has to
does,
do it.
Jen.
I
wait,
put my number. I DM'd him. I've DM'd him my phone number. Like, bro, reach out. I want to make sure you're good at least. If you're taking an extended
Oh, I thought
break,
you had
that's
his phone
fine,
number.
but let us
Otis.
know
I
that
thought
you.
you had his direct
No.
line to text him.
No.
Oh,
No.
Nah, I have his email. That's about as direct.
how old is Rob? Rob ain't checking his
get is
emails
his
on vacation.
his actual email. But
It's been too long for
I
him
hope
to
he's
even
all right.
be on vacation anymore. Like his job, for what his job
yeah,
requires him
so
to have.
I'm just.
But Jen, you said you saw him a few
Yeah,
days
why,
ago.
true.
Jen?
What-
You need to say where you saw him.
Yeah, for real. Because
'Cause it's
like
almost-
say, if you saw him a couple days ago, like we've been hitting him up for days.
He's upset about having to bail on his funny Rob account.
Well,
He was-
that's besides the point. Like
she must. Jen, do you know something? And he told you not to say. Is that what's going on, or what?
like, because we're legit worried. This is not like him.
He can.
Future.
Oh, Jen, you so crazy, Jen.
You trolling now.
he can save that channel. It's just all
What's up,
about
Future?
going in and fixing what it was and just reapplying. What's going on, Future? It is a good day to be outside with your pooch, man. That's pretty cool, man. You and
It's
Cooper doing
beautiful
that.
outside, even here.
It was nice. It was nice enough for me to go ahead and cut my yard earlier today, but now these clouds are starting to move in, and they're moving in fast. So we're going to be up under a little bit of severe weather tonight and tomorrow, and that goes for Jeremy as well. He's up under tornado watches later on, I'm pretty sure, because they are going to be bouncing around the Midwest
Tonight and
and
tomorrow
that goes for
morning,
me
yeah.
too. We got a risk of some. I think our risk is a little higher for tornadoes, being that I'm in Oklahoma. They're smack in the middle
You
of
see-
Tornado Alley. But
The biggest thing right now, like say on the weather aside, yeah, like what I'm worried about right now is that entire area where Rob lives is very under patrolled, and there are very few.
Where was he
law
going on
enforcement
vacation?
Ocean
Somewhere
City,
out of town, Ocean City. Okay,
Where's that?
Yeah,
Ocean City, New Jersey. In New Jersey.
I'm wondering. Maybe he was partying. Maybe he got arrested or something. Maybe he's locked up. Who knows?
I don't.
He
Dude,
wouldn't be
okay,
locked up. But if it was like
anything.
for some like drunken disorderly, he wouldn't be locked up this long. But who
No,
knows?
like he doesn't fuck around like that though. He's generally been one of the most like level-headed out of all
I
of
don't know.
us in a lot of cases.
Rob does. Rob does. Really, Jen? He was in JD's video
Nuh-uh.
Friday. Was he?
There's no fucking
No,
way. We were
she
in
must
there too.
We might have to go back.
Are you misremembering like that? Like, for real? Like this is.
I didn't see him in there.
No, I didn't see him either, and I was there for the majority of the.
You know what? I'm willing. I am more than willing to almost take Jen's word on this. But she's
I want to,
okay.
but
All right, Jen.
don't
Just
know.
hey, let us know. Let us know, because I mean it's serious. Because
If he
I'm
was in the
worried,
chat, then that
and
just
if
means
I
he
don't-
probably
if we
doesn't
don't
have
hear
access to
nothing-
Twitter.
And maybe like.
But if he's got access
okay,
to
then
YouTube,
that's
how would
fair.
he not have access to Twitter?
Right. Like he's got to find a fucking hotspot. Like you would think if his phone went out or something, like if he lost service and couldn't just either like he didn't have enough money to pay his phone bill, he just say that just happened by happenstance. Like he would still like be able to go to a Walmart or somewhere or a McDonald's and be able to
But
able
if
to
he's
get
home from
Wi-Fi.
vacation,
Like,
maybe they just put him to the grind. Maybe he had maybe he had to work crazy hours or
McDonald's.
something. But still, just Rob, if you're seeing this at all, man, reach out to one of us. Let us know you're
Yeah.
live, bro. Good Lord.
yeah.
That's a trippy thing
Just
about making friends on the
just-
internet that
just
I didn't really think about until this
I know.
Rob situation
Yeah.
is like, one of us anything could happen to at least I got y'all's number so I can at least directly try to, if anything were to happen, but one of us could just anybody from the
Yeah, for
OTS
real.
fam could just disappear and then hey, so and so ain't been around for a minute. What's up with that? Like
Real
and then you
okay.
never hear from them again.
So right.
You're freezing bad, Otis.
Right. So
This is
like
weather, I'm
my
sure.
hold on. Okay. Can
Yeah, we got
Can
you.
y'all see me? Can y'all hear me?
We got you.
All right. So my my schedule for this week was based off of what Rob was going to do. So now I kind of tag in and kind of I'm still going to cover for my boy.
Wasn't he gonna do a watch along?
And I
Yeah, he
can't
was
do
gonna do
SmackDown
Monday.
because I work on those days. Unless
He does watch-alongs
just have those days
every
off.
wrestling day of the week.
Maybe Otis is gonna have. Otis, are you gonna do the watch along then or no? Oh well,
Yeah, we were talking earlier. He is gonna probably pick up the slack.
I figured he would.
I might bother putting out a couple shorts, or I don't know. I need to put out some kind of content anyway. The whole idea is that just this is kind of our network, and whatever's going on with Rob, we got you, Otis. We got you. You're back. Whatever's going on with Rob, like
Otis is frozen still though.
I just had for shit.
you're good. No, whatever's going on with Rob, we will we'll just deal with it in the meantime. But at the same time, like say, we still want to be present, at least for the time being. So yeah, Rob is a big part of this, man.
Hold on.
Rob's a big part of this. There's too much shit that's gone on in the past fucking 2 weeks for that. Like a lot of us are out of touch of what he even thinks about it, if he's seen any of it. So
yeah, for real. Like that's for real. So basically, what I was trying to say. So basically, everything that Rob was doing this week, I was kind of piggybacking off of. Like Rob was supposed to do night 2 of WrestleMania. He was supposed to do what you call
stand and
deliver, but he told me to go ahead. Yeah, but he told me to go ahead and do that one. So I'm still going to carry the Big Mo Baby. Still going to progress. We're going to do one Monday before Raw, but I'm not going to do. I don't know if I'm going to do a Raw watch.
Yeah,
I don't.
You probably don't need to do a Raw watch along, bro. We're gonna be so fucking burnt out. I can't even tell you how much shit I gotta do this week, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your obligations with DJ Storms and stuff for ROH, right?
Do you see JD's actually doing 2 TNTs live?
Was he? Yeah, he's doing them on location in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, but he's also still going live Tuesday in 2 days, even though Drew said that he wasn't going to be there for TNT. JD's still going to go live solo on Tuesday. So he's doing the Raw review. He's doing Tuesday. He's going live after NXT's over. Wednesday's Dynamite review. Thursday he's got wherever they're going to be at. WrestleCon or Dead Man show. That's the first TNT live is going to be on Thursday.
Right on.
And then obviously all the wrestling Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Raw, Monday, like.
I meant to send it to you last night, Otis. I meant to send it to you, but you were working. Julio, did you see the link I sent to you? I guess last night on the Squared Circle Expo or whatever they were doing. They had Nick Nemeth versus Ultimo Dragon. That was fucking crazy. Like
I saw the link. I wasn't able to watch it. I was right in the middle of something when you had texted me, and then I wasn't able to watch it. Sorry.
But no, it's all good. But if anybody else saw that, like that was a spectacle on an indie level. Like I had fun watching that. It wasn't like it was full blown indie, but you got a lot of spots that were cool from Ultimo Dragon, and he can still fucking go at a decent level for his age. I will say that. Okay. So yeah, I guess Jen couldn't find anything in the chat. Maybe she just
no, because I remember him being in JD's chat. If she's probably remembering the same one that I remember seeing him last in, but that was a couple Fridays ago.
Maybe. Yeah, Rob, if you see this, holler at us, man. We're legit worried. No. So NXT Takeover Portland, gentlemen. That's exciting.
Is that what we're doing right now?
That's what we're getting ready to do. NXT
Hey,
Shit,
Takeover.
I thought we was doing some sort of like news, talking about shit like we usually do.
I mean,
had
yeah.
no idea.
Well, we can fill the time for it. We can fill a little bit of time, but yeah, that was the point of this retro watch along.
Okay, I was actually in the shower when Otis
It's
texted me
all
saying,
good.
"We're going live," and I was like, "Can you give me a few minutes?"
I hear you. Are you letting Future come in?
no, give me a second. Give me a second. I have to reset my data real quick.
Gotcha.
Otis, I
That's
thought
why
you were
it's
an
why I'm
alpha.
skipping because every time I got some goddamn news I want to share, I'm fuck up.
You're supposed to be an alpha, not a
See,
beta.
see.
Getting the beta test. No,
Just give me a second.
you're all good. Me and Huli can hold it down for a minute. No,
all right, cool.
while we're on the topic of news and stuff. Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Okay, no. You gotta nix the background noise.
My poor little ears.
That was some crazy reverb.
It is what it is, man. This is all live in living color. No. So I guess last night, Blackpool Combat Club, with the addition of formerly known as Evan Bourne, Matt Seidel, wrestled a bunch of luchadors in CMLL, Mexico City, at the Arena Mexico. Apparently, that fulfilled quite the bucket list for Mr. Danielson. I guess Blue Panther was one of his favorite wrestlers on the luchador scene, and he got to fulfill a bucket list item and got to wrestle him last night. That was cool. I didn't actually get to watch it, but I like to say I heard a bunch of stuff on the Observer and Figure Four about how he was just over the moon to do that, and then to watch if anybody caught Moxley's promo after what's up, Guardian. If anybody caught Moxley's promo backstage, I thought it was really cool that they're putting over CMLL like they are. Now, granted, the American wrestlers, they are very much putting themselves over in a sense. We're the tip top, and we put these guys in the fucking emergency room. So let's do the math here. That's basically what they were saying. But they definitely put them over in a very classy spot. In a very classy interview spot. I just thought it was a nice touch. But my question to you, Huli, is how do you feel about Matt Seidel as a wrestler? Because we all know he's just happy to be there. That's at least how Kayla likes to describe him. I love him. He's just so happy to be there. He's got an infectious smile. Like that's what she says about him. But knowing what we know about him in his past and how he wrestles, what do we think about him with Blackpool Combat Club?
Matt Seidel?
Yeah, just a spitball idea about it.
Personally, I wouldn't
Not
think
down
he
with
would
it.
fit in the Blackpool Combat Club for their particular style, and their Moxley, Claudio, and Danielson are probably three of the stiffest workers that AEW has. I'm not going to say the stiffest, obviously. You got other guys in there that can work pretty stiff, but I just don't think Matt Seidel. I would think that he would look out of place. I think Matt Seidel just in 2024 in general is he's not really my cup of tea. Like he was cool back in WWE, but I don't know.
I just think that they're trying, like, by putting him
So-
with Blackpool Combat Club. 1 second, Otis. I think by putting him with Blackpool Combat Club for this particular instance, I don't know what their motivation was behind it, but it just intrigued me because I know Matt Sydal. He's very technical in what he does, and he's had not only some of the greatest moments that we've ever seen him sell in WWE history, but in my opinion, he's probably one of the most underrated on the AEW roster at this current point in juncture. I seriously think he's underrated, and I think whether he's just happy
Very
to be
good in the
here
ring.
I think he deserves that. I don't want to say swan song, but I think he deserves a good push to see where it would take him before he decides he wants to. I think he deserves one more push before he decides he wants to call it quits at the very least, even though that's probably a couple
Push for
years
what
out.
though?
I don't know. Maybe an international title push. Maybe that Continental Crown. I mean, just imagine him versus Okada. Whether you can see him winning or losing, just the match that would come out of it. Like I can see him and Okada putting on a pretty close to a 5-star banger if they really put their minds to it. And Evan Bourne, top-notch worker. Oh, Matt Sydal at this point, yeah, top-notch worker. I wouldn't put it past him to.
I just think there's too many
show out and
new,
surprise
more
people.
relevant people. I don't really see where they would slot him in, and I think pushing him would take away from somebody else. And
You're right.
maybe
I
that's
was
just
just
me
very
overthinking
intrigued.
it.
I was
Who'd
just
he
very
wrestle last
intrigued by
night?
the idea. Well, he wrestled with Blackpool Combat Club in an 8-man tag against Luchadors
gotcha.
from CMLL.
Oh,
And
right.
apparently they had a blast doing it. Yeah, when Otis comes back, I'm gonna give him the floor since he was
That's
since
all
I
good.
talked over him. But no, I just wanted to make a couple comments on that, and I'm gonna try and go back and watch the match. But from what I understand, it was really good. So yeah. Any news that you heard this weekend that caught your eye?
I'm trying to
Got you
think.
thinking?
Probably stuff that's not really
Too relevant to this.
nothing relevant to wrestling really. I think I'm
Yeah.
just at the point where all I can think about is WrestleMania at this point.
It's the only thing
hyped
that helps
for
it
Mania.
helps keep the sanity.
Yeah. Welcome back. Hey man, you can't just keep coming up and acting like you own this place, and cutting people off when they're trying to talk.
Yeah. You have the floor now.
It's almost like he thinks it's his
Special
show
chocolate.
or something.
Right.
Okay. First of all, number one, I'm having technical difficulties over here. Number two,
No shit.
Jeremy stretches all conversations, so I let him run with what he got going until I can find a pause to say something, which is probably 15 to 20 minutes from after.
Hold on, Otis. I'm not done. Go ahead.
Continue. God damn it. But I was trying to say everything that I do was based off of Rob this week, and now since we can't find him, so I'm just going to have to substitute with what I can for what he does. So as of right now, I am doing night 1 and 2 of WrestleMania. On top of that, because I'm basically just trying to give you out a schedule for this week. So tomorrow we're going to do the Big Mo Baby podcast. I'm a goddamn this.
It's something else.
I can't catch a break. I can't catch a goddamn break. As best I can.
Otis, you got like a metal
It's
fishing pole
fucking
outside your
windy
house
as hell
attached to your
outside.
roof with like tin foil on it? Is that how you're getting your
Goddamn it.
internet, bro?
Oh my goodness. It's all good, man. We're on the fly right now. This was kind of unplanned. It was a planned stream, but not necessarily for BiggOh here. So let's cut a little bit of slack.
We got Big O sounding like R2D2.
Yeah.
I was just hearing.
He's like,
absolutely.
I
I got one more thing that I got one more thing that I got one more thing that I want to try because I know I got like so much shit hooked up to my internet. And I know that's probably what it is. I got to just take some shit off. But I forgot what the fuck I was saying. I was trying to tell y'all the goddamn schedule for this week. But Tuesday, I don't know what JD and Drew is going to do, but that's TNT. I'm not doing Dynamite. Uh, I'm not doing SmackDown or the Hall of Fame ceremony as much as I want to. I'm trying to watch that when I get back. But Thursday, on the Big O wrap up, episode 22, we're going to give our WrestleMania predictions, and we're going to talk about the rest of the news that went on, such as the injury to Ricky Starks, Matt Cardona possibly going to AEW. Is he going to be there for that Coke Open? And on our WrestleMania predictions, we're going to have Phil Wemett as our special guest. He's going to head down to Philadelphia for WrestleMania that Friday. So make sure you guys
on
hit that
location.
subscribe. Yes, on location. Hit that bell, press that subscribe, all that. Hopefully my internet is going to act right, because we're getting ready to do NXT Takeover Portland. And of course,
503, baby.
and of course it doesn't. And
You
of
know what
course
it is.
All right. Anyways, I'm finna get this shit set up. Y'all, you guys, y'all talk about whatever shit fixes. So do what you gotta do.
You're good.
Do what y'all gotta do. Do what y'all gotta do.
So in this episode, we are going to see Tommaso Ciampa trying to bring Goldie back home when he challenges NXT champion Adam Cole.
Baby!
Baby! That's right.
Future said he remembers dial-up internet.
Yeah, I do too. I still remember my dad's old password that I figured out. It was great.
Little House on the Prairie internet, he said. That's harsh, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man. It's weird being
That's
like guests or co-hosts or whatever to somebody's channel and they're not there.
It's a little bit strange, not gonna lie, but I mean, we've got a little bit of prowess. We can take care of the
Tuning in, no. I am not Otis.
No,
I know we look
Otis.
very similar, but I am not Otis.
Yeah, you.
This ain't my show. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's all good
up here.
But no, I guess this Takeover Portland is season 7. Yeah, season 7, episode 1.
It was really like the final. It was really like their last dance in terms of.
Yeah, it was their last. Yeah, there was 5
then
episodes.
like 2 weeks later, COVID hit, and then wrestling hit the absolute shit wall.
Yeah, there were 5, but at a certain point,
No, that in terms of like knowing that Takeover, like up till Takeover Portland, we knew every Takeover was going to be a banger, and then obviously we didn't know after Takeover happened, COVID was going to hit. But once COVID did, then all the takeovers after that were just.
Mm-hmm. I remember when I went to my first AEW show. It was like 2 weeks before the lockdown. It was they were in Kansas City. Just before that was the day that they had Kenny Omega versus Pac in the 30-minute Iron Man match, which I wish. I mean, it was strictly meant for TV, so that they had to orchestrate the 30 minutes. But since then they've done hour-long matches with Danielson and Hangman, and maybe one other that I'm just missing. But no. Was it no, in MJF versus Danielson? That's right. Or it was either a last man standing or an Iron Man match. But no,
Takeover.
Yep. Takeover.
That was such a good pay-per-view to see live. I still can't believe sometimes that I was there. I never thought NXT would bring. It's still to me. I wonder how that even happened. That Takeover got booked here in Portland. I thought that was so random. You know, we get house shows a couple times a year. For sure, once we'll get a Raw or a SmackDown. But that's usually it. The only other time I can remember a pay-per-view being here in Portland was the last one I attended, which was in November. No, it was October of 2004. I think it was. It was either like Unforgiven or No Mercy or something like that. But yeah, like Portland doesn't see much pro wrestling, so the fact that a Takeover came, there was no way in hell I was missing that.
Word. I honestly, if I were in your shoes, I wouldn't have missed it for the world anyway. Are we ready to start? Oh well, then he leaves.
2/3 are.
It's all good. Whenever Otis comes back, we'll just go ahead and start, everybody. Apologize for the technical difficulties. It's just kind of
Wait,
what it
Jen
is.
didn't watch Black and Gold? There's no way.
That's
Really
almost blasphemy. That's almost blasphemy.
What? Jen missed like the greatest wrestling.
Any other day, it would be smooth. But all of a sudden, because it's a little bit of wind outside,
Yeah.
Shit was.
All right. Well, Otis, we're gonna go ahead and hit play. All right. Are you ready to go? This motherfucker. All right. Are you ready to hit play?
Start it up.
All right.
Start it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to play.
Yo,
NXT
Guardian.
Takeover
What?
Portland.
Yeah, what's up?
Start it.
Play.
No, Jen, you're tripping on that. I gotta call you out on that, my girl. If you're saying NXT Black and Gold was overrated, you're severely mistaken. You're tripping.
Jen's gonna get some heat by the end of tonight, I can tell. I liked NWA during their power, but during their time doing power, not too maybe a couple of years ago, but no, like say since ever since they have been having these issues with their TV resurgence, nah, I haven't been.
Jen, what do you wait? Jen's saying that 80s and 90s WCW was actual wrestling. You shit on it all the time. Okay, where's Jen and what have you done with her?
Jesus Christ. Oh boy. All right.
Crown.
Live music. That's the one thing I enjoyed about takeovers, is the live music they had. It felt not necessarily important, but it just the spectacle. Back before This Is My Brutality.
No, Jen, not NWA. I was specifically talking. I thought you were talking about WCW.
As far as 80s wrestling, we could probably find a decent WCW match to go.
My family wouldn't let me watch wrestling when I discovered WWE the night of WrestleMania 3. Like, they wouldn't let me watch wrestling, so I didn't even know there were other wrestling companies, or I didn't know there was like what was, you know, the the territories and independence and all that. I didn't know I didn't know about any wrestling outside of WWF. Oh,
My bad.
You're good, Otis.
I'm still gonna be here.
You're good, man.
It,
It's all good.
it didn't even matter. It didn't even matter. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. Give me a second.
do.
Almost thought like we were getting into an EDM kind of chorus here. But yeah, we're
I
checking
wish I would have
out.
known that there was more wrestling outside of WWF when I was a kid. I didn't until the first inkling of anything outside of WWF was when the that I got was maybe a couple years before the Monday Night War started. I found WCW on TBS, and I just thought, who are these carbon copy trying to be WWF? Like, this looks low budget. And the only thing that caught my attention back then about WCW until the Monday Night Wars was Sting. Right, because I was a huge Ultimate Warrior fan, and I'm like, well, who's this guy trying to rip off the Ultimate Warrior? I didn't even know that they had been a tag team together, which obviously once I found that out, it made sense why their personas looked so similar. But I thought Sting was trying to just blatantly rip off the Ultimate Warrior, and I just thought, and I remember Ric Flair because he had been in WWF briefly. They made a big ordeal about bringing him in, and then he wasn't there for very long, and he was back in WCW. And then the Monday Night Wars happened, and then I got into it, and then I found ECW, and the rest is history. But
Well,
I
that's what
missed a
happens when Brett
lot of good
screws
wrestling.
Brett.
Yeah, true. That was the big angle back then.
Now,
Keith Lee.
I watched.
Bask in his glory.
I watched a good portion of. I watched a good portion of WCW, but like I would kind of float back and forth. I was more of a WCW guy at the time than I was WWF. But when it came down to it, like whenever I saw that crossover, I was like, this is going to change the world. This is going to change everything. I like it was hard for me to go from watching WCW to watching WWF. But I would kind of float back and forth. Like one week I'd watch WCW when I finally started caring about it. I would watch
Yo,
WCW.
Clone Force, what's going on? Happy Easter, Clone Force.
Watch a replay whenever it happened, like at night, in the middle of the night sometime. If I woke up, I'd catch a WCW or WWF replay. Yeah. No use DuckDuckGo.
Boy, Keith Lee was a beast, bro.
We are amongst some of the IWC who actually think Legion of Doom was a great tag team. They were not. The original Road Warriors were the best tag team of all, and they were in the NWA.
I was about 10 years old, and they were the greatest tag team I'd ever seen. In terms of look, like, because as a 10-year-old, you're not analyzing technical wrestling, right? So I'm just looking at these big jack dudes coming out with the face paint and the crazy hair, the spiked shoulder pads, and that intro. And when they came out at that SummerSlam at Wembley on their Harleys and they rode them choppers to the ring, I was.
Yeah, that was pretty.
I still.
And their finisher would just set them apart for me. I couldn't believe their finisher was one of the craziest things back in the WWF.
Oh, bro, I almost forgot we were getting this match: Keith Lee versus Dijak. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my son. That's still I was telling you guys when we were talking about having this watch along last week. That's still to this day my son's. Okay, I'm drunk because I see two Otises now. That's crazy. I didn't even drink today. What the fuck? But yeah, that's my son's favorite match of all the wrestling he's ever watched. He says that's his favorite match he's ever seen was Keith Lee and Dijak.
Right on.
Man, look, the series that they had was I put that on par with what Sheamus and Claudio did on the main roster. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt with Dijak and Keith Lee and NXT, the series that they had. Each match, they outdid each other. Each match they did outdid each other. It was crazy.
Now that you see it, I do see the parallels. Speaking of Future just mentions Ricky Steamboat with Macho Man. I remember I was going back and just remembering what match got me watching Japanese pro wrestling.
Hey, German. Did I show you my autographed picture of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat?
I think you did. If I'm remembering right.
Because I had them pictures with Undertaker and Sting and Flair with it as well.
Yeah,
I think I showed
you did. You did. Mm-hmm. You did. But no, the match, I want to say it was All Japan Pro Wrestling, if it wasn't New Japan, but it was Ricky Steamboat versus Jumbo Tsuruta.
Yeah.
That match, like I saw a replay of that. Somebody posted a couple highlights from that match on X the other day, and I was like, oh shit, that takes me back.
Have you guys started yet?
Yeah, we're Dijak's got Keith Lee in a headlock.
Give me a second. I'll tell you the exact mark I'm at.
Yeah, I'm trying to load mine up right now. Sorry, it took me a little while.
You're good.
Right. I'm
just
at
load it up to 10 minutes.
I'm just trying to find it in the search on Peacock, and I don't even know how to use this thing.
I'm on 10 minutes and 12 seconds. Hey,
it says no results are found.
You search NXT Takeover, and then it's season 7, episode 1.
Got you.
I'll pause it so you can catch up. I'll pause.
Where are you at, Otis?
10 minutes 42 seconds.
All right.
So now, for some reason, my connection is absolutely amazing right now. So while I got you guys, I'm gonna go over this goddamn weekly thing one more time. All right, we're doing the retro watch along right here. NXT Takeover Portland tomorrow. Big Mo Baby podcast. I believe it'll be episode 66. I'm gonna carry it on for a while. Tuesday, I don't know what JD and Ticket Drew is gonna do. I'm not doing Dynamite. Maybe Jeremy can do Dynamite as his debut watch along right there. Maybe.
We'll see. Happy Easter, Jedi.
I think what's going on, Jedi? Happy Easter. I think Ticket Drew and JD, I think they might have changed TNT to Thursday on location in Philly. Friday, I got to work, so I won't be doing SmackDown. I might do a review of it after I come home and watch it. But that Thursday, 4:30, 3:30, 4:30, I got to make sure it's cool with Phil. He's coming on the show. We're going to do our WrestleMania predictions as well as the rest of the news for the week. Saturday, big day. Y'all basically just finna have BiggOh all weekend. All right, so get ready. Saturday, Stand and Deliver. Start at 10:50 in the morning. After Stand and Deliver, it will be BOW, the WrestleMania special. That night 1 of WrestleMania, night 1 on my channel. Then Sunday, it'll be night 2 of WrestleMania. So, hey, y'all hit that bell for all notifications, man. If you got it, spark it. Y'all know where to be at, man. Right here on Big O Gaming. Rob, quit being fucking lazy, man. Come to work. I don't want to have to rename the resort, all right? Yeah. That might trigger you to show up in the chat, maybe. Rob, if you are listening, if you are able to get to your DMs, I sent you the link. Jump your ass in.
Oh, I forgot.
So-
Is this Poppy performing?
Yeah, it's
Huh?
Poppy.
I gotta
All right.
fast
Oh,
forward
yeah.
this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
fine. We're at 10 minutes and 42 seconds.
10 minutes.
Now, I'll be right back. While Huli gets settled, I'll be right back.
We're live, ladies and gentlemen. Shit happens.
Oh, we still had more Ronaldo announcing too.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched this actually with the announcing and stuff because I was there live, you know. Oh,
You
Beth
never
Phoenix
watched the
was
run
announcing
back?
too? I never watched it back, no, live to hear the announcing to it and stuff.
Hey, maybe we'll see Huli on here.
No, you won't.
Somewhere.
Nah. I'm too far off to the right outside the camera view.
You
I had
never
really
know.
good seats. The angle that I was at, it was kind of like our vision was just right. We were above the ring a little bit, kind of looking down, but we could see right over the ropes. We could see everything perfectly.
Happy
Happy
Easter,
Easter,
Natasha.
Nat, what's good?
All right, we ready to go?
Y'all ready? We ready?
Oh shit!
Yep.
I thought you guys hit play. My bad. Let me go back.
Oh.
I'm a minute ahead.
All right. On the Drew count, on the Drew McIntyre count. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Oh.
Look at him
these
just
guys are
hold
great.
Dijak like that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Dijak?
God,
Like
these guys are
6'8",
great.
something like that. He's hella tall.
He is.
Yeah, he is tall. I don't know that he's 6'8", maybe 6'5".
I think he's 6'8".
No, he's still got a few inches on Keith Lee. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Just a couple.
Oh.
These guys
Whoa.
these guys really hit the shit out of each other in this
Oh.
match. Man.
These guys were amazing, man. They got over just by them battling. These two got over just by them personally battling. Oh.
Oh, Fosbury flop gets caught.
And then he sniffed Dijak's nuts real quick. Yum.
Yep. No, that move that Dijakovic just did, that's a Fosbury flop. I love when people do that. I love when wrestlers do that. It just shows an incredible amount of skill and versatility and agility to switch positions like that. Or switch directions, I should say.
Damn, if we're gonna be hunkered down watching this for a minute, I might just have to
This
order me
is
some
gonna
food.
be this man.
I ain't got no cold beverage. I ain't got no snacks. I was not prepared. I'm a jobber. I told you. No
Well,
belt.
I mean, you were sparking it though, right?
Nah, I got nothing, bro. I am literally like, it's a shit show over here. Like you wouldn't even fucking understand.
I don't. I have empathy for you, sir.
I cannot tell you how excited I am that this is the final day of this deplorable month. I don't even care that it's my birthday next week. I just am so thankful that this month is about to be over and I don't ever have to revisit it again. Like it's been rough.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
absolutely correct.
So
correct.
anybody else going through it right now, my heart goes out to you. I feel your pain.
No.
Correct.
I
Shout
feel your pain.
out to Rage. Rage just went live. Shout out to Rage.
Yeah, shout out Raging Girl Gamer.
I keep telling her we
By
need
the
to
way-
get her in here, but she's shy.
By the way, Otis, you're doing all right
Yeah.
though, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm good.
Just wanted to
shit,
publicly make
shit-
sure you were good.
Yeah, shit happens, and it's just the best way that I can actually explain it is that just out of nowhere when life hits you out of nowhere, just unexpectedly, and you can't really just sit and think about everything, and it hits you in such of an impact that you just need some time to yourself to just kind of breathe and kind of think things through and stuff like that, and of course, when you got people such as yourself and Hologram and Rage, that willingly reaches out and stuff just to check in future as well, it helps. It really
My
Right
does.
on.
my OTS fam, I just want everybody to know, like, if you're ever going through it, uh, and you're somebody like, if I follow you on Twitter, if you see me in the chat, like in JD stream or here or wherever I am, like if you fuck with me, just know that you can always hit me up. If you're going through it and you just need a distraction, you need to talk about some shit, whatever. Because honestly, it does me a lot of good too. Because like I be going through it a lot in my everyday life, and it always helps to just have a homie there to just kind of either take you away from it, or that's why I love pro wrestling, man. I've met so many people that like we all have our daily struggles and we all go through our tribulations in life, and it's just cool that we can come together through wrestling and
Damn.
kind of forget about all that shit for a while. So
True.
Word. I want to piggyback off of that. Clone Force, Stephen Escalante in the chat. I saw you message me. I've been a little bit busy. So like I say, I haven't really had a whole lot of time to get back to you. I hope you forgive me on that. What you sent to me the other night was an interesting idea about old events leading into today's kayfabe. But no, that's just we'll get into that another day. But as far as anybody who follows the Talking Shit podcast, put a 1 in the chat if you follow the Talking Shit podcast with Dr. Evil Genius and Captain Paul. On the subject of mental health, Captain Paul specifically released a video last night during the Filthy Casual MMA watch along, and I had to take a few minutes away from the stream to watch the video. And for what Captain Paul has to say about his own struggles and stuff, it really is very relatable. Especially, yeah, yeah. That was like a spinal tap or a spiral tap. Yeah.
it's actually called Spinal Tap, and DJ Storms keeps fucking it up, and I want to correct him, but I also don't want to get at my ass lit up live on YouTube, so I just keep my mouth shut.
I mean, it would probably.
But it's called a
I don't
spinal
know.
tap. That's what it's called. It's a spinal tap.
Just
Yeah,
wait.
it's a spinal tap,
No.
not a spiral tap.
If anybody, but no, as far as Captain Paul's video, go give it a watch. It more resonates with men specifically, but anybody who just has that introvert kind of style to their lifestyle, it's worth a watch, regardless of male, female, they, whatever you identify as, it'll hit. But no, Otis, just with what you were. You said you were feeling it last night or yesterday, so like say, I figured that might be a good watch for you too.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched it. I actually watched it when I got home from work.
Otis,
Stuff.
quickly, just real quick before we focus back on because we're missing this epic match, but
Yeah.
about the mental health stuff, I just want people to know, because I see Jen's comment, and I don't know if she was referring to one of you guys, me, or someone in the chat, but in case it was me, based off of what I said, when I say you can hit me up anytime, you don't got to talk about your problems. Just if you're going through it and need someone to talk to, we can shoot the shit. We can get on the games and play some games. We can talk wrestling just to get your mind off it, like whatever, because it also helps me get my mind and shit off of what I go through. But I'm not, if you don't feel comfortable disclosing it, it's all good. I'm not going to pry. I'm not going to ask nobody for if they volunteer it, great. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just here to help out. And wrestling has gotten me, just like I'm sure it has all of you guys, through the hardest times I've ever had to go through in my life. And there are times where I've had literally nothing but pro wrestling. So if y'all feel that way about pro wrestling, we all share the love for it. And you fuck with me, hit me up anytime you need to. I'm there. So
We fucks with you, Huli. We fucks with you.
Absolutely.
I love you
All
guys,
day,
man.
baby.
We do. No, Steven, it's just a 3-man panel today. We will let you all know in the future, not pun intended, if there is opportunity to hop on the panel. But yeah, just for today, at least today, we're just doing a 3-man booth.
Where's Montana been? Anybody seen? I know he's popped in the chat a couple times and said hi, but that's all I've heard from him in weeks. So I don't know how he's doing.
Yeah, I think it's just an issue that we're not doing a whole lot of watch-alongs.
Montana works. He works though.
Oh,
Like,
does
he out there making his money. So
Who, Montana?
yep.
He about that business.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I
So,
hope he
yeah,
had
and
some
the
good
mo-
ice cream, man. I hope he enjoyed his time.
Oh,
And guess what,
Boy.
guys? My phone died, and there goes my feed. Fuck.
no. Plug the charger in
Get
quickly.
Damn it! I'm gonna miss the rest of this match, but it's all good.
Feast your eyes. Yeah, you was there, Hooli. You was there.
Bro, the noises that their hits made off of each other in that arena is like, I'll never forget that. Like, they hit, that was some of the loudest hitting I've ever heard in a wrestling match. Also, the crowd was so the crowd was so quiet for most of that match because they were so focused on what them guys were doing. So like every big spot, like anytime one of the guys hoisted up the other guy and slammed him, it was like, oh, you hear the crowd just like, what? We were just in awe. So when it wasn't the crazy spots and the heavy lifting and they were chopping and hitting, you could just, it was just like echoed through the arena. It was insane.
Right. Fucking
Bro,
wrecking
that
ball.
pounce. Do you realize Dijak
Yeah.
could have fucked his whole neck up on that pounce?
Yeah, Keith
Oh,
Lee's
yeah.
pounce on that
Oh,
match
yeah.
was epic. In fact,
I
when he
wonder-
did that pounce, I remember telling my son, I've not seen Keith Lee do a pounce like that since he knocked Adam Cole into outer orbit when he pounced
The crowd.
Adam Cole
That's
into the crowd.
hilarious.
Yeah,
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
he nailed Dijak on that pounce.
According to Meltzer, this was rated 4.25 stars.
What's
So-
Meltzer's barometer?
Like, what? Are
That's
you?
fine.
Because didn't he give Osprey and what's her name's like 7 stars a couple weeks ago?
No, I think the only he's rated Osprey as having maybe a 6-star plus match, but nothing 7 or over. I think that's just reserved for Okada and Kenny.
I just wondered what his
But no.
barometer is, because that, I don't know how he doesn't rate Dijak and Keith Lee a 5-star match. I really don't.
Right. And here's the thing.
Hey, guys, this is a good question.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's entertain that.
Oh, shit. Dude, Keith Lee got some loud ass chops too. But I don't
That's
care.
what I'm saying.
Go to the
They were
top.
both hitting the shit each other so hard that it was like the sound that it was making was like, oh,
Just reverberated through the
it was like, I mean, the whole crowd would just go silent for them chops because we were just like, one of them echoed so loud, like I swear I felt it in my chest, bro. It was like it made the bass out of the speakers pop.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
When Otis
No,
sits back down, we can go over, or Jeremy, go ahead and start off with who you think is getting called up after Mania.
Oh man,
That's hard to say, really.
And I don't really follow NXT, so I wouldn't really be the person to ask about this.
I
mean,
would say
there's a few
Carmelo.
people-
Like Carmelo has to be getting called up.
Like I wonder how long Tony D'Angelo's. I know he's got a good story going on right now, but I mean, I wonder how long it's going to be till he gets called up, because I mean, he's got.
He
one
needs
of
to
the
get
most
thrown in the
compelling
mix on the main roster too.
Oh,
we
I
definitely
forgot
need to-
about that
We definitely
springboard
need to
moonsault.
change some shit up and see
Mhm.
some new faces.
Mhm.
Otis, get
No,
in on this, bro.
Carmelo and Trick, definitely. They might be separate brands. Carmelo and Trick.
You think
So-
Trick's getting called up this soon?
Yeah, I think he will get called up. Him and Melo. They're going to be on separate brands, though. Eventually, they'll be on the brand. That's a tag team that the main roster could use. Trick and Melo. You can also use Trick and Mello, and you can also use Trick and Mello in the Hurt Business 2.0. I'm not calling them the Pride. You can
That
use
was
them
like
in
the softest landing. He caught him. Like
He
I
caught
would,
him.
I think there. Oh well,
Legitimately.
yeah, he was seated and he still caught him, and like it was like the softest landing for Dijak. But no, the idea that he caught him makes me feel like there was another spot that they just didn't have the extra room or the strength to actually pull off in that one sequence. So no, but that was fucking insane. But no, I'm not necessarily the best to ask for about this, but I like Carmelo Hayes.
Chokeslam. No.
Yeah, Baron Corbin needs to stay in NXT. He's doing.
He better not get called up back up. He better not.
I don't want him there. Dragunov. That's an interesting idea. But
Alien. Oh, I forgot Dijak could be flipping and shit. Oh, King Flea, but he botched that one up, but it's all right.
Oh, dude, when they do their Spanish fly, that Spanish fly is epic, bro.
Spirit bomb.
Like this is.
Doesn't Keith Lee do a moonsault?
At some point I thought he did. He's just like, what the
Future said Baron Corbin is the Miz of NXT.
Oh, Spirit bomb.
Jedi Joker, Braun Breaker's already on SmackDown, bro. He's already been called up.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Cora, here's another one. Cora Jade. Even though she's hurt, you might as well go ahead and just give her the okay.
I don't know, man. Cora, I don't know about her yet. I think she's got a little bit.
So would you call up Cora Jade or would you call up Takeda? Both of them are hurt. But
Nikita, they ain't calling up Nikita. I'll tell you right now, they're not calling up Nikita.
I wouldn't do either.
Yeah, they're not calling her up.
I would put most stock in. I would call up the person who you can put the most stock in, who's been around. What about Roxanne Perez? As far as
that's fine. Yeah, Roxanne. Yeah, she's
a former. Hey, Future, them is fighting words, my dude.
She's supposed to come up at the beginning of the year. So.
Them is fighting words, my dude. She does not suck at all. She might not be the greatest female wrestler. She's not as good. She's not as good as Tiffany Stratton in the ring, but she don't suck.
Okay. She's better than Liv Morgan.
She's better than a bunch of people on the main roster, if you ask me.
One person.
I can see Roxanne going to Raw. I can see her going to Raw. If you got somebody as hot as Tiffany Stratton, I can see Roxanne going to Raw and having her be the next little breakout on Raw. I could see that.
Happy Easter, Kratos. Have a good evening with your family, bro. Thanks for stopping by.
All good, man.
Happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter.
Roxanne Perez definitely has the goods to be the next AJ Lee. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, size comparatively, that's very similar. And when it comes down to their moveset and their abilities in the ring, that's a very good comparison.
Yeah. So I could definitely see that.
Future.
But yeah. Roxanne Perez, it's only going to be at least 2 or 3 people that's going to get called up from the NXT to the main roster. It ain't going to be like a whole slew of them.
Yeah, it's not going to be like years past when you're getting like 6 people, 7 people called up.
Yeah, it'll just be like a few people. And at this point they've already got
and since Tiffany Stratton already got called up, I actually don't think they're calling any of the women from NXT up this go round after Mania because they already brought Tiffany up.
Yeah, and even then I thought Cora Jade or Roxanne Perez, calling them up was a bit premature, but at the same time, like if they've got to pull somebody up, I think they're the most ready of all of them.
I mean, that's fair.
I would put them in the same category as Katana Chance and what's her face?
B-C. Yeah. What a match!
1, 2, 3.
What a match!
Goddamn technology and stupid batteries needing charge. Come on, man.
But I don't see nobody. I was gonna say maybe Fallon Henley in them, but why they need to stay down there with the Jensen brothers and them? They need to stay down there. I could see maybe they might have Angelo being called up.
Yeah, Tony D, I can see. I think
I can
actually,
see that. I definitely
is
could
Von
see
Wagner in a
that because
storyline right now?
he has it.
Von Wagner. I think he was going. He's kind of
Ooh.
loosely involved in something, but it's been a while.
I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised if
I
they
know.
called
I
him
know.
up, actually.
I know Von Wagner. Him and Dijak have been having an issue with Joe Gacy. That's the
Oh,
last
okay.
thing I saw them two talk about. And
Oh,
don't
if
be
they're doing
surprised if
something,
Joe Gacy gets called up too, because for some reason I do feel like Bo Dallas is coming back and he's bringing this Bray Wyatt thing with him, and Joe Gacy is going to be a part of it. So I do feel
It's very
that
possible.
really soon, maybe after Mania, maybe a few weeks after Mania, maybe before SummerSlam, Bo Dallas is coming back, and he's gonna keep this Bray Wyatt thing going, man. And I love it. I love it. I hope so.
I'm a fan of the idea too, but I'm also know how they've done this whole shtick in the past, and so like I'm taking this very like I'm just trying to take it in as it comes because like I say I don't want to get too I don't want to get my hopes up for something amazing and then it just not turn out what I expected or what I had hoped for at the very least.
If Bo
But
Dallas
I like the idea.
if Bo Dallas is even remotely creative as Bray was, as Wyndham was, there is no doubt in my mind that Triple H is going to see that, and Triple H is going to be like, dude, do what you want. Go out there and tell the story the way you wanted to tell it because it's your brother. Who knows your brother better than anybody? You do. 100%. I would 100% let Bo Dallas take over this whole thing about Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt and Fiend and stuff. Let him tell a story. Have
Well,
Bo
what
Dallas
really
tell the
upset
story.
me, what really upset me
Well,
about Bray coming back initially in the first place when he came back and we got they cut across the arena in different sections. They were showing all the different characters from
I
the
love that
Firefly
shit. I
Funhouse,
love the hell out of
and
that.
they never capitalized off of any of that.
you know what I
Like,
really loved about
yeah,
Bray Wyatt?
What's that?
Because I really liked his early NXT before they were black and gold when he was the Bayou Bray. I love that
yeah.
Oh
Waylon
yeah.
Jennings version of Bray Wyatt. But then when they changed him and he went to the Wyatt family gimmick on the main roster, his entrance, like on was it SmackDown when they were advertising for the two documentaries, Roman Reigns tonight and then Bray Wyatt tomorrow.
Yeah.
The entire crowd instantly lit their cell phones up, and you saw all the fireflies in the whole arena again on SmackDown. And I was just like, man, I didn't fuck with Bray Wyatt too much on the main roster because of how shitty his booking was. And when he turned into the Fiend, I
Oh my
thought
god.
this gimmick could do something, but if they let him be the sinister evil circus clown that I think he wanted to be, but it was so hokey. Even the way they debuted him and stuff, and then the Hell in a Cell painting it red, and the red lights, and then losing to Seth
Oh,
Rollins,
really?
like,
For real? You thought I thought the debut was fucking unbelievable. To have Finn Balor in the middle of that ring doing his whole thing or whatever, and have that distorted music and to have that beat up. But in a sense, I do
no,
agree.
I didn't mean like when he came out. I meant like having him basically just be a jobber. I know he beat Finn Balor in that match, but every match after that he lost.
Yeah, I mean,
Every single pay-per-view match he was booked in after that he lost, and it was like, So they killed
I
the
mean, we
gimmick.
know it killed him. We know what happened. We know exactly like what happened at Hell in a Cell against Seth Rollins that killed the Fiend, the character itself. And then what finished him off was Goldberg in Saudi Arabia. Now,
Yeah.
my thing was this: I felt like it was going somewhere. It definitely was going somewhere. And when he won the title, to be honest with you, when he won the title, I was like, he just hit the glass ceiling, and I got pissed off. When he won the title, I said, "Fuck, Bray Wyatt just hit the glass ceiling with this character so fucking fast." And that's a damn shame on how fast he hit that glass ceiling. But creatively, you're right, Hologram. It fucking sucked. That was a Vince McMahon creative. Imagine if we still had the Fiend right
was
now
a
and Triple
blunder.
H was running this shit. Oh my goodness.
It would be completely different booking.
It was literally
my
crazy
goodness.
to me when they burned him alive in the ring. I literally, and at this point, I don't fuck with Bray Wyatt anymore because of the goofiness of the booking and the way it made his character come across. And then he comes out with that mask, but you know he's gonna lose the match before. You know he's walking down with the cool entrance,
What's
and
up,
you're like,
Montana?
what's the point of getting hype for this match because we know he's gonna lose it. So I was never invested in anything the Fiend did.
Right.
And then when they set him on fire in the middle of the ring, it was like, I mean, what sort of Illuminati ritual did we just watch here? And then they tried to bring him back, and then they made it even more egregious by bringing him back like he was resurrected from the dead, all burnt to a crisp. That was the corniest shit I think I've ever seen in wrestling. No cap.
It was over after he won the world title. He hit the glass ceiling. When he dropped that damn title to bitch ass Bill Goldberg in Saudi Arabia, it was finished. He was done. It was over.
Yeah.
Then
Like,
the whole bullshit during the COVID, and then they had to do the Thunderdome, and then that match that they did with Randy Orton and Brandy set him on fire. All that, like, it was done. All creative ran out of ideas, and what did they do? They pushed it on. Hey, I got it. Let's move it on to Alexa Bliss.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this comment you got
nothing.
in because I don't agree with this comment, and I'll tell you why. For one, because Finn Balor is my favorite. Like the Demon, that was the coolest switching of a persona. Like I've never seen somebody have an alter ego, like two alter egos in pro wrestling like that. And on top of that, hold on, Otis. Hold on.
Go ahead.
On top of Finn Balor being my favorite, I feel like part of the reason why I knew that they were going to kill the Fiend gimmick from jump was because of what they did when Finn Balor hit the main roster. And they debut him on the Raw stage in the Fiend attire.
Yes,
I mean, in
yes,
the Demon attire.
yes,
And it was like,
yes.
okay, so for all the people that don't have the network, that aren't watching Black and Gold, that don't know who Finn Balor and his alter ego persona, the Demon, is, you're showcasing the very first time Finn Balor is shown on Raw as the Demon. So then what does he do? Is he comes out as the Demon 6 days later at WrestleMania, and it's like, oh, we just seen this entrance, so there was no epicness to it. There was no, holy shit, who is this guy? Like, oh my God, that's Finn Balor. Like, what happened to him? There was no, like, the way Triple H handled him in NXT, it was like, wait, what's going on? He's got a split personality. Oh, and then as you watch it over time, he can't be beat. They killed him on debut. So I knew as soon as Bray Wyatt had this cool, crazy looking look to him that he was some sort of like spiritual demon entity type of deal. I was like, there's no way he's gonna make it.
Right.
Perfect. Triple H, what he did here in the Black and Gold era, man, was absolutely perfect. He knew how to book everybody perfectly. Now, WWE fucked up badly because they had a match that would have brought in all types of sales. They could have done Demon Balor versus The Fiend. They could have done that. That would have been amazing. They dropped the ball with that one. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. That was a match. That would have been a match I would have loved to have seen it. That would have happened at SummerSlam, which would have been perfect that year to do that, because you had a few weeks to build up for the shit. It was perfectly just planned out, but
Yeah.
you didn't. You didn't. You
I think it
had
was-
Finn Balor come out in all white, like this whole angel or something like that. He came in and got buried. Like, what the hell? That's the same. If Triple H would have booked that match, Jesus, we'll still be talking about that. We might be watching that match right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So somebody made a comment in JD's chat the other night. They sent a super chat, and I want to get y'all's take on this, because we're thinking about this whole Roman and Cody thing and how this is going to play out. And the closer we get to Mania, the more nervous I'm getting, right? And so
Okay.
I was saying in JD's chat, because somebody made the comment in the chat, and I said, hey, I've been saying this for weeks, that I think Damian Priest is going to cash in and pull a swerve that nobody's seeing coming, right? Because every time they show Damian Priest, he's always looking up, like he's looking off in the distance, like he's deep in thought about something. And I'm like, when their Judgment Day's doing their backstage promos the last number of weeks, and I'm like, he's thinking, he's plotting in his head.
Oh yeah.
He's going to cash in at Mania. So somebody super chatted JD, and they say, does anybody remember that at some point a while back, Finn Balor switched the briefcases?
Yeah, he did. He did. That's right.
So they were saying that Finn
Yeah.
Balor is going to cash in the real briefcase.
That would be interesting.
That would be
That-
very interesting.
For them to actually like play on that whole angle that they switched the
Now, that might be
briefcases.
far-fetched for Finn, but let's just talk about Priest. Do you guys see, like, how possible do you think it is that he comes in and really fucks with the whole bloodline and Finisher story dynamic and says, oh yeah, y'all thought you were getting Rock or Cody? Like, nah.
Mhm.
What if they actually put the belt on Damian Priest? Like, how are the fans going to react to that?
Okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So my theory is this, because it's so much that goes into this. So my theory, it's a little complex, because I look at contracts, I look at injuries, and I look at time length, or should I say time left? Because we talk about Seth, we talk about Becky. There's no doubt in my mind that they're going to stay in WWE, but you can't deny the possibility, especially after what Becky Lynch said. I look at injuries. Seth Rollins is going to legitimately need time off to go heal. He might end up getting surgery that'll keep him out for the majority of this year. That's fine. I believe if they put a title on Damian Priest, it will be the World Heavyweight title, unless there are plans to move Damian Priest to SmackDown. Then that brings up an interesting situation.
I always thought
do
Damian.
you think that he would? So do you think? So based on that, do you think he'll cash in? What's the probability do you think he cashes in for the World Heavyweight at Mania?
Well, considering that he only has a few months left to cash in that briefcase, either he's going to call his shot. It is because there's history between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. Let's not forget that.
Yeah,
right.
So,
yes, there is.
So either he's going to call his shot, or he's going to probably wait. What's after WrestleMania? Backlash.
Yeah.
He might wait till Backlash when they go to France and try to cash it in there. Even then, you still
but
got.
Now
Bash
is his
and
chance.
Brody
Like you said, his belt is like in a couple months. He's had it for a year, and if he doesn't cash it in, he don't get to. So why would you wait till Backlash when you could? Why would you wait till Backlash when you could have a WrestleMania moment?
Yeah,
well,
and that's what
true.
I'm thinking. That's what I've been thinking. It's more likely.
I think
for
he's
him to
cashing it
stay
in.
out.
He has to be.
It's more likely. It's more likely that he's trying to stay out of bloodline business, and it's going to come out. It's going to come down to Seth and Drew. I really think that. Go ahead.
So the thing is, if Damian cashes in at Mania, does he lose or does he win? Because Drew,
win.
this
There's
is
no way
Drew's
he's
moment.
losing. Yeah, he's not going to lose because then he'll be Baron Corbin 2.0. He'll be ruined if he loses. He really will be. Nobody will take Damian Priest seriously, I don't think.
Right.
So
that's why
whenever he
they
does cash
say
in, I think he's winning. I don't think they're gonna have Judgment Day has been too much of a focal point for the last couple of years. I think for Damian Priest to just end up making a oofy goof and not getting the title on a botched cash in. I think he's for sure getting a title when he cashes it in, for sure.
yeah.
But there's rumors that there are some call rumors out there that Drew McIntyre did not fully sign a new deal yet. So I could definitely
Right.
see that, but at the same time, Drew is building up this damn storyline with CM Punk for when he comes back from injury, which me and Phil are going to talk about on Thursday on the Big O Wrap Up, episode 22. Does Punk come back before Survivor Series? Will we see Drew versus Punk at SummerSlam? Either way it goes, Drew has to sign a contract to ensure that match does happen. But there is tension between Drew McIntyre. There is tension with Damian Priest as well. If Damian Priest cashes in, how long does it keep the title? Does Drew McIntyre necessarily need to keep have his WrestleMania moment? Because see, it's all that, and the whole thing is the contract. That's the thing. That's the only thing that's leaving me in the blank is his contract. Did he legitimately sign it? Because if he did, and they're still building up this Punk versus Drew, which I actually think will be WrestleMania for the world title, because Punk is winning next year's Royal Rumble. But I do believe in that. And then if that's the case, Drew wins, gets cashed in. How long does Damian Priest hold that title before Drew gets it and ultimately transitions it to CM Punk at Mania next year at 41?
Right.
That's my thing.
Gentlemen, give me just a moment. I'm going to step away and check on the baby nephew and the missus. Be right back.
Yeah, check on him. That's right. You better check on him. You better go check. Get up, Jeremy. Go check on him. That's right. But yeah,
Hey, you better talk. Hey, you better talk while he's not here.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you took off the earplugs too? Ha ha! You done fooled yourself, son. But having Damian Priest in this whole conversation, especially the World Heavyweight title, because I don't see him even getting close to the Undisputed Championship. Not with that storyline that's going on right now. I just do not see that. I just can't. Nope, I can't even fathom Judgment Day getting involved with the bloodline. Although there is some kind of little relation there through Rhea Ripley and stuff, but from what I saw on SmackDown, they all got their own little personal agenda. Could we possibly see the?
You know what would really set the whole IWC literally on fire? I just now thought of this. Say Cody finishes his story at Mania, right? And he gets the feel-good moment. The fans are all crying tears of joy because they're still going to be crying. It's just going to be tears of joy instead of tears of sorrow. So he gets his Mania moment, and everybody's just blows up Twitter, right? And JD's chat's going crazy, and there's like 12,000 people in there, and they're all going to be like, ha ha, you Roman Reigns marks, we fucking told you. They're going to be at the top of the world, right? Telling everybody, ha ha. What happens if Priest doesn't? What happens if Priest waits and cashes in on Cody, a defenseless Cody, on the Raw after Mania, and takes the title from Cody, and Cody only has that belt for a night?
So, number one, that would be hilarious as fuck. Number two, the likelihood of that happening is I will give that a 40% chance of happening due to the fact that there is still some history there between Damian Priest and Cody Rhodes. But are you going to move Damian Priest over to SmackDown? Because he's in Judgment Day.
Well, I guess we'll have to see what kind of night the Judgment Day has at Mania, because they might all just implode on each other, you know?
Yeah, and that's one thing. Number two, Damian Priest already has a task ahead by defending those tag titles in that little 6 challenge, whatever it is, which everybody is on the belief that R-Truth and Miz are going to walk out as new undisputed tag champs. It could be some tension between Priest and Balor right then and there that could cause some backstage rift. And because I think that's how they're gonna lose it. Priest and Balor are gonna kind of cause some rift between each other. Something's gonna happen. Dom is gonna come out. McDonough's gonna come out, try to talk them out of it. They're gonna kind of half-ass interfere. They're gonna lose the titles. It's gonna be some backstage drama on Raw. They're gonna continue that backstage drama that ultimately could lead to a small breakup with Damian Priest still intact with Senior Money in the Bank. Is that Raquel? Who is that?
I think it's Raquel.
Yeah, it's Raquel.
That is Raquel. My goodness, she looks so different.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Raquel looked thicker in NXT.
Yeah. She was. Because Braun Strowman, because they're together in real life, at least last time I checked. And
Yeah, Raquel and Braun Strowman, yeah.
He went on some kind of diet where he lost a whole bunch of weight and got really cut and lean, and she was dieting with him, and I think that's when she lost her weight.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I think that's how Judgment Day is going to start kind of splitting up after Mania. At the beginning stages is going to be after Mania. But as far as what I'm telling everybody, like one of my homeboy Kevin, he hit me up day before yesterday. You guys may see him on night 2 for WrestleMania. But he wanted to know how the whole Bloodline Cody story is going to say. I brought up Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa and even Balor possibly helping out, at least one of the three, possibly helping out during the main event. And with Triple H having the WWE Avengers being assembled, being an Undertaker, Austin, Stone Cold, Undertaker, Austin, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, yeah, and John Cena. And then and who else did I hear? I heard another name. I can't remember who it was, but supposed to come back and help out. So, but I just kind of gave it to him, like I've been telling you guys, Cody's going to win night 2. You know, if you are a Cody crybaby, then you want the Bloodline to win night 1, because the only person that's losing 2 nights in a row is Seth freaking Rollins.
Has anybody been paying attention? I've been trying to be vocal about this because I don't know if you guys are follow him or not, but I don't know. I've seen nobody talk about. JD saw my comment in the chat on Friday, and he brought it up because he said he thinks Rikishi's going to get involved with the Uso brothers match. But if you've been paying attention to Rikishi's Twitter, he's been doing a lot of interviews recently, and he's been advertising that someone's on their way, someone's coming. And I don't think he's talking about himself. I think he's talking about Jacob Fatu.
It could be Jacob Fatu. Yeah. It could be
Jacob or Zilla.
Because the more I think about it, I just don't know. There's been no word about Tama Tonga that he even signed with WWE. There was nothing even set in stone that he's for sure with the E. People were just speculating that that's where he's going. So
it's speculating that is exactly where it's going. Now, if they're keeping this close to the chest, which I think that they are, like they'll let these guys leak out. But certain ones that has a big name, no matter if they're in AEW, no matter if they're in New Japan, no matter if they're in Stardom or whatever, they're going to keep that close to the chest.
Well, yeah, and I realized that.
Well, yeah,
now that Triple H is running the show and Vince has no say-so in it, you're going to start to see things that you wouldn't normally, that we've never seen in Manias in the past. Like, I wouldn't put it past Triple H that maybe he's not signing any of these guys for long-term contracts. Maybe he's signing them just to appear as a one-off for Mania. Like, if we have the bloodline rules night 2, Rikishi could come in with with Zilla, with Tama Tonga, with Jacob Fatu. He could have a whole crew behind him, and they could just throw the whole kitchen sink at Cody to make it to where it's obvious to the crowd there's no way Cody's going to win, at least not finish his story at this juncture at Mania, and then that keeps the story going on for, I guess we're going to get Cody versus The Rock, I'm assuming at some point. I can't see how we're not after all the abuse
there's
Cody's
no
been
way.
taking over the weeks. There has to be plans for a Rock and Cody match somewhere in the future. There has to be. So I don't know.
You know, this right here, future, absolutely great.
Yeah.
And Hologram, you're absolutely right because Rock versus Cody for SummerSlam, that's what I think. I think me and Phil agree on that. Probably that's probably what it's going to be. And then you're going to have the Civil War, Bloodline Civil War, War Games, which will be absolutely fantastic, by the way.
Do you think it'll be like
Because
something like the
you'll have
Bloodline
Rock-
versus the WWE roster? Like everybody's just sick and tired of Roman Reigns, so they all band together to help Cody? Or do you think Cody, I don't know, like who would be in Cody's corner? If obviously it's got to be dudes on the main roster, right?
Yeah, it had to be people on the main roster, but I do not believe that Cody's going to have anything to do with this. I mean, if you're connecting The Rock with it, I think that's going to be something personal.
You
Because
think
I
War
feel
Games
that
Survivor Series is
you're
going
gonna
to be Bloodline versus Bloodline, like members of the Bloodline going
Yeah.
against each other? But
you'll have Rock's
isn't
Bloodline
War Games
versus
usually like
Roman's
5-on-5? Survivor Series is always 5-on-5, right? So
Yeah,
is there
yeah,
10
that's true.
is there 10 active Bloodline members right now? I don't think there is.
So let's count, and if you want, we can include possibles because we're thinking ahead. Like after WrestleMania, after back, we're thinking ahead. So we'll say Rock, we'll say Roman, okay.
Usos,
Okay, we'll say
that's 4.
we'll say Jimmy and Jay because somehow I think Jay is going to get pulled into the Silver Blood War too. All right, we'll say Rikishi, we'll say Tama Tonga, we'll say Tonga Loa, we'll say Bad Luck Fale. Even if it's a one night, we'll count that. That's 8. Jacob Fatu and Zilla. That's 10 right there. Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll be 10 right there. Even if it's a one night thing or whatever, like a pay per appearance type deal, you know, because Tony Khan does it. Triple H just took a little, hey, this is a good idea. What he's doing, let's give it a try, give it a run, see how it goes. You know, maybe we can get wrestlers in and out on a monthly basis like that. You know, and that'd be pretty good for those making those little one night appearances for like Mania or Survivor Series or SummerSlam. You know, you can still build off of that throughout the year. So you can definitely do that silver bloodline, and then you can have Haku, who is Tama Tonga's dad. You can have him on one side. You can have Rikishi on the other side, just
right,
kind of managing or something like that. Meanwhile, you'll have The Rock out talking shit and battling Cody for probably the next month and a half or whatever until he gets dragged into the whole bloodline situation. So, and just for fun, just for laughs, shits, and giggles, throw Sami Zayn in there too.
Yep.
He was an honorary Usos, so he could kind of be a be all tell all as far as the story and catching everybody up on what went down. I know that's stretching it. Forgive me. I know that's stretching it, but it's just a thought.
You're good.
Yeah, that's why I'm the every day we're getting closer to Mania, the more nervous I'm getting because I'm like, how is this story gonna, like, what are we getting next weekend, bro? I do not know. I don't know what they're gonna stick us with, and I just hope that it's, even if Cody wins, like, you know me, I'm not the Cody guy, so, but even if he wins, I'm sure I'll be able to find, as long as that we got some direction after Raw the following Monday, like where Cody's going with the belt, because if Cody wins the belt, he finishes his story, but that's just it. Where does he go after that?
Yeah, and that's what I've been asking. Like, what is there for him to do logistically? Because I mean,
He
he's
done fought
beaten
everybody.
everybody. Yeah.
What's he gonna do?
Exactly.
Start fighting the baby
what
faces? Is he
if
gonna start fighting Drew McIntyre and CM Punk and shit? That don't make no sense.
what the thing is that when Cody wins, he's no longer a Raw superstar. He's going to be a SmackDown superstar, and he has people over there that he can feud with. Kevin Owens, Kevin Owens is going to want a title shot. Randy Orton is going to want a title shot.
But didn't they
People
say
get
Yeah.
called up.
the Roman bounces back as he sees fit between shows? I'm sure they'll probably let Cody do the same. No.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
showing that they
sure that
want
there's going to be some back and forth pandering and stuff. And I know people was
But you
talking
don't want
about
both main. I see what you're saying though. Is you don't want both main belts on one show and then the other not have one. So
right, and then although there's rumors of a unification somewhere down the line that could be happening, and Triple H creating a whole brand new belt. He actually got a brand new title set to be ready to be on TV really soon. But I don't mind the unification match. If you want to have one title for both shows where everybody can fight for it, then that's fine. But you got to do that. Other than that, if you want to keep the brand split, then one title has to be on one show, the other one has to be on the other one. So if Cody goes to SmackDown, who goes to Raw? That's going to be what and it has to be some type of an equal trade or value, something like that, Like we're all assuming that Gunther is going to remain Intercontinental Champion after WrestleMania. Am I correct?
he
It would
better.
be fair to assume. It would be fair to assume. I don't see Sammy being the person that takes it from him.
So
Me either.
what is there going to be left for Gunther after WrestleMania? It's time for him to go get ready to compete for the world title now.
I mean,
I
do
think
we
maybe
see
if
it?
he wins at Mania, maybe he lays the title down and relinquishes it on Raw after Mania.
That's what I was just thinking. But then, what does that do for the title itself?
Right, because then it makes his match the night before or on Saturday 2 nights before completely irrelevant and a waste of time.
And it makes everything like, for instance, when Joe laid down the TV title for Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Like, how irrelevant did he make
He's like,
that title?
you know
look
what?
after
I don't
holding it
really
for the
need
over
I
again?
don't really need this. I don't want this anymore. Here, you can have it.
Yeah, and that's basically
So
how
I got a suggestion.
I can see that Gunther moving on to bigger and better things and relinquishing the title because he's just ready to move on. But at the same time, like say, it just will devalue the title to me.
Yeah.
So I got a suggestion. I want to know what you guys think, and you guys in the chat, y'all can comment on this too. So here's my suggestion: Gunther retains at WrestleMania. Cody finishes his story. Boom. We're going to put Cody in his story to the side for a second. Let's focus on Gunther. Gunther goes on, and he declares himself a participant for Money in the Bank. And Gunther wins Money in the Bank only with help from Kaiser and Vinci. Now he is the Intercontinental Champion, and he wins Money in the Bank. We're going to skip a few months down the line. I'm talking Royal Rumble. Whether if it's Drew McIntyre or whether if it's Damian Priest. Because there's history between all three of them. Gunther, Gunther will not cash in. He will call his shot. That he is a one-on-one man. At the Royal Rumble, Gunther might possibly get crowned world champion if they don't do nothing with the story with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. I can see either Punk winning. I can see Punk winning and losing the title at 41 next year, or Gunther is going to cash in. If he wins Money in the Bank, cash in at the Royal Rumble and become world champion, and go on an absolute tirade as world champion.
I mean, that's an interesting idea. I got to see a few extra things play out for that to happen. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad way to go.
Yeah. It's a crazy just a look, but I can see Gunther holding Money in the
realm
Bank.
of possibility.
because I could definitely see Gunther holding Money in the Bank and just making the Money in the Bank mean something, making it valuable, like what he's doing with the Intercontinental Championship right now.
Well, and here, see, like I'm getting back to the Money in the Bank idea. Like like JD, I've never really enjoyed the idea of it having its own show.
Me either. I've always hated it.
It needs to be added.
Yes,
They need
yes.
to
Be a
I agree.
Mania match,
Yes.
like it originally
Yes.
was intended to be.
1,000%, 1,000%, Julio. I agree.
Thank you, Vince.
I agree. I wish they would move it back to Mania. I really do. Matter of fact,
Vince,
if you don't
Vince
want
is
to
why
move
we
it to
can't have
Mania,
nice things.
how about this? If you don't want to move it back to Mania, put it on SummerSlam. A Money
Well,
in the
here's the
Bank
thing.
ladder match at
If they change-
SummerSlam. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be
Yeah,
pretty
if they
cool.
picture if they did away with Money in the Bank, the show specifically, and added the gimmick matches, whether it be a women's side, like say that could fill up some extra space on Mania for matches that don't necessarily have much point besides it's just a blood feud or whatever it may be. Just consider they add both men's and women's ladder matches for Money in the Bank to Mania again. What would they do at that point? That frees up a show, a monthly show. How would they do? What would they do
Right.
from there? Like what kind of premise or gimmick show do you think that they should do, or if anything, or just have like what show could they bring back or resurrect? Or even create out of that void that they moved Money in the Bank out of.
How about bring back the King of the Ring?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bring back the King of the
Just
Ring.
what I hoped you would say. Just what I hoped you would say.
It's perfect for the time of the month because the King of the Ring will lead up into SummerSlam. And what happens?
That's how it
when you
always
win the
did
King of the
anyway.
Ring?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly. Like for real.
Most people don't
I'm
remember King of
hoping.
the Ring was like, if you really want to be technical, King of the Ring was the original Big Five.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you always had Rumble,
WrestleMania.
Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and I always looked at
King of
King
the
of the
Ring.
Ring as
King
one
of
of
the
the
Ring.
big pay-per-views of the year.
King of the Ring. That's right. Like I'm hoping Triple H. Yes, Kratos. Absolutely Kratos. I'm hoping Triple H. Somebody needs to DM that man right now. Right goddamn now.
Yes.
Right goddamn now. Bring back the King of the Ring. Put money in the bank. Put the Money in the Bank in SummerSlam. Bring King of the Ring here. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Anyways, we don't listen. We stayed on the subject of wrestling, but we got way off the veil. We all know that we're watching NXT Takeover Portland. Johnny
It's all
Gargano
good.
versus Finn Balor, and which is,
Yeah.
dude, this was a banger match. We all know that Hologram was there, live in person, somewhere far off to the right. If you see Hologram out here in the crowd,
I wish.
hey, give us a shout out.
But no, the thing is, this is just another excuse for us to get together and talk shop, man. It's all good.
Yeah, we all just bullshitting, man. We all just bullshit. We got 15 people up in here. Shout out to my people on Twitch. Shout out to my people right here on YouTube, and shout out to my people on Twitter, also known as X, man. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, follow, hit the bell for all notifications, share to keep your people aware, man. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your sister, your brother, your grandma, your auntie, your uncle, your cousins, your girlfriend, your boyfriends. It doesn't matter, your significant others. Tell them that BiggOh Gaming is popping this spot right here on YouTube, man. I am the longest reigning IC champion, along with one part of the trio champions right here. We're missing our baby bro, man. Hopefully he'll reach out to us real soon, man. Hope everything is okay. Over here is the one and only Hologram. You can't see him, but you do see the rest of him. There goes Hologram right there with the neon green Seattle color hat on. And
this is my Seahawks hat today, not the Supersonics.
It's the Seahawks. It's the Seahawks. Yes, I am a Cowboy fan. Boo me if you want to. I don't care as long as you subscribe and hit that
Oh no,
thumbs
nobody
up.
boos you. They all pity you.
Yeah.
Yes. I will take the pity this year. I will take the pity this year. Yes. Give me a verbal pat on the back, say it's okay. There will be other years, and I agree with that. You want to support the channel, the Cash App is scrolling down there at the bottom. It's not necessarily, I just require you guys to hit that thumbs up, put us in the algorithms. It will help out the
Yes.
content. We are at approximately, if I can go over here to my second screen on my computer, because my internet is being all wacky and crazy.
Otis
And,
has
uh,
heel
and,
internet today too.
I found out the reason why is because my computer is uploading a whole fuckload of updates right now. So
That's
it's
why.
going, yeah. So it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute. It's doing its update. It does this shit on its own.
Noob streamer right here.
I am. I'm not gonna say that I'm a baby at it. I'm more of a toddler.
I'm
You know
the
what I'm
noob
saying?
streamer. This guy.
You know, I'm more of a toddler. I be running around with my pamper on and stuff. I be stumbling over my own weight and shit like that, like a toddler does and stuff like that. But I'm gonna get it together and I'm gonna start walking upright, and y'all gonna be impressed. All right.
Have
I'm
a good
just saying.
night, future. Sweet
All
dreams,
right, future
cupcake.
man.
All right.
All right,
Later,
future.
future.
What is Jen talking about? I don't even know how to say that name.
Rasheed Rice.
Oh,
Rasheed Rice. He played for the Kansas City Chiefs. Or he used to, I guess. Why? Why is he in trouble? What did he do?
Uh-oh.
I'm curious to know what did he do.
some
Shout
like
out to
domestic
Scripps.
violence shit, probably.
Probably. Shout out to Scripps. Scripps is going live tomorrow, I believe. Shout out to Lil Montana, came in for a spell and said what's up to everybody and stuff. Again, shout out to Future. Shout out to Jen.
Apparently,
Our tribal
Montana has a announcement tomorrow.
Yes,
Apparently,
Montana
from
does
what he
have an
said.
announcement tomorrow. I guess we'll go ahead. We'll pop him up on the stream and let him hang out, share his announcement.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jedi Joker. Shout out to Terminator.
Clone Force.
Flash Morgan Webster, FMW. Shout out to Natasha overseas. Appreciate you for being here. Appreciate you.
Oh, Rasheed Rice was in a car accident in Dallas today, and he fled the scene. It was a illegal street race, apparently, or something.
Oh damn,
Dumbass.
man. Prayers for
You would
Rasheed,
think, like,
man.
if I'm an NFL, if I'm any kind of athlete professionally, and I do something like dumb like that, the NFL can like help get you off of like charges and stuff like that with all the money and the lawyers that they have. So why these guys just flee the scene and like, it's like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, they can't. They
Take your lump. You
can't.
fucked
They'll
up. It
just
was a
come out
car
there.
wreck. If it's a DUI, do whatever. Just take your lump and you'll just own up to it. That's the best thing you can do because they'll help get all that shit cleared away. Like, why are you gonna go make yourself look dumb? Leave the scene of a crime, which is breaking the law, so then the team has no choice but to either reprimand you or to boot you. So
yeah. And then they'll just take it out your game day checks anyway. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you owe, they'll just take it out your game day checks. And see, that's the thing right there. And that's the thing right there, Jen. He had a great rookie year. So the hype got to his head. He got a little bit more money than was expected. There you go, right there. So
probably was on a little smoking something, maybe a little drinking something. People were flexing on him, like, oh yeah, you think you're the bad NFL player? Look at the whip I got. You want to put it on the line for a pink slip, and then bing, bang, boom, and he panics and leaves. Like, just sit still, my guy.
And right there, Kratos, they just won the Super Bowl. Imagine what a Super Bowl check was. They probably just got that check. Mm-hmm. So just imagine that. Oh man, I'm finna go do this. I'm finna go do that. Blah blah this and blah blah that. And things do be popping down there in Dallas. Like there's like car shows down there every week. You got strip clubs, Onyx and stuff like that. So yeah, he might have been puffing on a little something, or sipping on a little something. Got behind the wheel and should never gotten behind the wheel. But these rookies, when it comes to money, you gotta put that in perspective. So, but man, hope he's all right, man. And like I said, and like Hologram said, the NFL will make this shit go away. It's just gonna come out of your game day checks.
JD's got a busy week next week. He put out his schedule.
Yeah.
Apparently.
That's what I was trying to talk to you about earlier.
Yeah, he's busy every fucking day of the week. Monday,
Bro, I don't know what he's doing. He's gonna burn himself out is what he's gonna do.
Yeah, that's what he generally does every year.
I don't think he's going to be able to keep
NXT.
all that entire schedule. I think he's going to have to nick some stuff out of his schedule this week because that just seems like way. It's a lot of streaming. Just the streams that he's got. Let alone he's got to go to Philly. He's going to be at the tailgate 2 nights. They're doing 2 live on location podcasts.
Well,
he's doing a one-night show with the Undertaker. He's doing the WrestleCon. He's doing. I'm like, good Lord, bro. There's only 24 hours in a day, dude. He ain't going to have no voice for that Raw review. I'm telling you right now, he ain't going to have no voice.
Holy fucking shit. JD is actually going to be there with the Undertaker.
Yeah.
He's going to his one-man show.
Yeah.
Oh, HOG is in Hog is in Philly too. Hog is in Philly too. So
and that's
everybody's in Philly.
Do.
They all go to Philly first.
Yeah,
they all wherever WrestleMania is going to be. If you're a wrestler on the Indies, you're going to be in Philly for WrestleCon. That's just what they do.
And it's the same thing for Dynasty weekend. Well, like whenever AEW's in a big town for their pay-per-view, they'll always do a pay-per-view. Like the Indies will primarily do like 3 or 4 different shows that weekend. But no, Monday the Raw post show, Tuesday Off the Script live following NXT, Wednesday AEW Dynamite post show, Thursday TNT 42 live with Undertaker, One Dead Man show. Friday, the Hog and Revolver SmackDown post. Like, I don't know. I don't think he's necessarily reviewing Hog and Revolver, their show, but
he's got to commentate for it.
Well, yeah. Like, I don't think he needs to be doing the SmackDown post that same day.
Right.
Like, that's what I mean. Whether he's going to tape it after the show, but I mean,
so look at his schedule. Look at his schedule, and it goes to Raw until after Mania. But if you think about it, after Raw, after Mania, then he's still got the next Tuesday TNT and then Wednesday Dynamite review. So like once JD starts tomorrow, he ain't stopping for 2. It's like 2 weeks solid.
Like a week and a half. Yeah, at least a week and a half. Yeah,
he's going from tomorrow all the way till a week from Thursday before he gets a day off.
JD will be lucky if he gets a full night's of sleep this upcoming week.
Oh wow! Holy crap! Kid behind a cam. You guys know who he is? He's part of the media. He's part of the media that goes to the.
Oh yeah, the little kid. Yeah. I know who that is.
I think it's the kid behind a camera. I used to do those angry grandpa videos. Now I got 2 children. Okay, so he's older, but no, he's apparently JD says he's gonna buy him a beverage. He asked if you're going to Mania, and he said no, but if you're in town, I want to buy you a beverage. I'm going to Philly and then immediately hitting NYC for a week after with my wife. He always
does WrestleMania weekend like this. Yeah, but I feel like this year he's more loaded than I've seen him in past years.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the one thing about JD that I can always admire is that he's always trying to not necessarily outdo himself, but up his game a little bit.
Yeah.
And he seems to do that, if not little by little, like decent increment after set, like each year. He just seems to get that much better. And no, no. I know. I'm just. I admire JD's work ethic and how he's progressed his channel and how he's made things work in his favor. He's definitely somebody to look up to on this side of the IWC.
Now your internet sucks. Ain't karma a bitch?
Shut up, Holy.
Hey, man, you ain't gonna see me skipping and stuttering. Not for
Well,
my
yeah,
internet.
you know,
Maybe
yeah, you
because
be
I
up there
stutter
with
when
all
I
the damn
talk. And that's-
towers, man. You up there with all the damn towers, man. You got
no, I
like
just
7G connection or something.
I live like there's a cell tower like right behind my apartments, but ironically enough, that's not the cell tower that any of my phone, like my internet uses. My tower is not. My tower is a couple miles away apparently, or like a mile away, but the company I go through is not. I don't go through Verizon or Xfinity, so and I pay a lot of money for my internet, so I don't ever have problems because I'm a gamer, so I can't. I hate that's the one thing I
Yeah.
hate is shiesty internet gaming. So I just pay for. I'm getting absolutely taken to the coals on my internet bill, but
Sometimes
me.
that's what you got to pay the cost to do what you need to, or do what you want
yeah,
the right
you gotta
way.
pay to play.
Yeah.
With this Balor and Gargano match, man.
The Prince, he was the Prince then. He was doing his second run in NXT as the Prince. That's right.
He was the Prince. That's right. Yep.
I love that version of Finn Balor. That might be my favorite version of him, actually, was when he went back to NXT and lost the smiley Finn, poking his little dick out in the camera intro that they had him doing every week on Raw. That shit was so cringe.
Yeah.
It was like, what are you doing,
I've
sticking the
been
camera right in a guy's junk like that?
I've been seeing everybody on social media talking about RIP Kevin Dunn. And they showed the new camera cuts and stuff like that. I thought that was just like.
Have you
like,
noticed, though,
so done.
it's been so much easier for me to consume. So I've been obviously watching the Raws. I've been trying to watch SmackDowns, like if The Rock's been on. I think I missed a couple, and I just caught the clips of what The Rock did. But I've been trying to keep tuned in leading up to Mania season for the first time in years. And I realized, why have I been able to watch this year? I just was basing it because The Rock was back and he's doing so good. But then I realized something else. And to your point about Kevin Dunn, we're not getting the million rapid fire camera view switches every match. That was making my head literally, it was giving me like motion sickness. That's another reason why I quit watching the weekly shows, was because those cameras just all over the place. I'm going like, what the fuck, dude? My eyes are gonna pop out of my head.
And now they're coming out with some of the best, freshest camera shots that I've seen them
Different
have
angles and shit.
the last decade. And even then, on Collision and Dynamite, like they're trying to up their game on camera shots
Vince
too. Like
stifled every
been seeing a lot
aspect of the company from a television standpoint, including what the cameramen were doing. Vince was so afraid to even have his own creation become bigger than him that I will go to my grave believing that all the shit TV we had to endure for the last 15 years he was doing it on purpose because he didn't want anything to get bigger than his name.
Well,
It's kind of like the Jerry Jones of the Cowboys. He's really the Jerry Jones of WWE.
I agree with that. I'll agree with that.
Well, I posted
I'll agree with that.
I posted several months back, but when we were still dealing with all this shit, with Vince still dealing with running roughshod through the company after all the shit had started to come out, there was a promo that I posted back. I forget specifically what it was, but it was when he was trying. He was like, "I'm going to kill my creation. If I can't have it, nobody can." That kind of angle. That was shoot. He was shooting.
He was totally shooting, 100% shooting. That's why. Why do you think he didn't leave the company to Shane and Stephanie?
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, Stephanie and Hunter could have run the company no problem. They would have been good at it.
Mm-hmm.
I legitimately felt that Shane was literally pissed off that his father would not step down and let Shane, Stephanie, and Hunter run the company. I think that's why Shane booked his own Rumble. I do.
That's likely the very reason why we don't see either of them in the company anymore, and why we haven't for some time. That's probably the very reason Stephanie left, on top of the fact she probably caught wind of what her dad was actually up to and didn't want any part of it, and the potential downfall or whatever consequences.
She was almost forced out because they announced that he was being investigated internally when Triple H started to run things while Vince had stepped back a little bit. And then all of a sudden, and I remember talking to Jen extensively when Vince put out that shiesty ass tweet saying, "Well, 75 years old, time to retire." And then he puts the "then now together forever." And that was his retirement tweet. The very first time when JD went live impromptu after that tweet, and because the whole internet blew up, I remember talking to Jen in the chat saying, "Does anybody really think that this is Vince retiring? Like, come on now. He's not going nowhere."
That was a power play.
Oh, he's being investigated. He's got to announce that he's stepping back, yada, yada, yada. I think when he came back, Stephanie knew, if I stay, I'm going to be attached to this old pervert.
Yeah.
And I don't think she had a choice but to leave. If she wanted to save the way that the media and the business world view her, she's got a pretty good standing with a lot of people from what I've read. And a lot of people like Stephanie in the business world. And that would have all gone bye-bye.
Like, imagine if
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, people, I don't even want to look at myself that close. Good Lord.
Yeesh. Imagine if Stephanie and Shane were to come back. Do we think that's at all a possibility? Because they are some of the most
not now, because they're McMahon, and I think people will just boo the shit out of them.
You think they're just canceling all McMahons regardless, just because of
the
if you want to see him come back, it would have to be in like a nostalgia standpoint for like a Hall of Fame or for like a storyline deal. Like, I don't think you'll see him come back full time. And if they do, it would have to be at least, I would say I'd wait at least 10 years for the whole Vince shit to blow over and have like a new generation of kids watching the product that don't know who necessarily Stephanie and Shane are.
Just imagine, because of all the stuff coming down the pike from their father, the next time we see any kind of have any kind of visual of Shane or Stephanie on WWE television, imagine that they're fucking gray and old, like even older than they are now. Just imagine seeing that, and because of their father is the reason that they won't be on this show for the better part of 10 years, likely, like before. And it's just crazy to me that like one man's actions can affect decades.
What the thing is, we hear. I would say for Shane, boy, I would say maybe a 10% chance you'll see Shane. For Stephanie, depending on the story. Well,
yeah,
depending on
what
the
happens
story.
With Vince. If she gets named, if Triple H gets named and they get called into court, you're not going to see Stephanie. You're not.
Mm-mm.
And it's like if she testifies, she tells the truth. If they exonerate her on all charges or pending charges, or just say, yeah, you had absolutely nothing to do with this, then absolutely I could see Stephanie being back in the fold right next to Triple H. Triple H started being cleaned of all this shit.
If she testifies against Vince, then yeah, she could possibly be back within a couple of years, I would think.
Exactly.
But if she gets named as a suspect and a witness, and she's got to defend herself in court,
well, she's still got that. She can potentially depend based on certain things that,
because that girl Janelle said that Stephanie knew what was going on.
Yeah.
So I don't think Stephanie comes back. I really don't.
But I also think about what I think one of you guys said it, or somebody in the chat said that what was it? Somebody, because it was a good point.
No more.
Right, and it was a good point, because what if they knew, because we were talking about it with Triple H, what if they knew but they couldn't say nothing? What if Triple H didn't want to play ball with Vince, and Vince took NXT away from Triple H because of it?
That's probably exactly what happened, and that's probably why Triple H had a heart attack, was because he just had to watch his father-in-law completely erase the 7, 8, however many. No. So WWE Network started when? 2014?
7.5 years, roughly.
So yeah, I mean, there was almost a decade worth of work he put into making that brand. That brand was more popular than Raw and SmackDown, and I think that was the heart of Vince's. Vince was jealous. I think he
Yes.
was
Yes.
like, oh, my own son-in-law showing me up at the thing that I built. Like, no, I can't have this. So
Right.
Yeah.
he just goes and just completely shits all over it, and Triple H has to sit there like a good soldier and take it and watch it. And he was probably going home at night having anxiety attacks and all kinds of shit, and his heart probably just went doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I honestly believe that's the reason why Black and Gold is no longer around or whatever, because Vince decided to change it up
100%.
out of
The thing to about it is what Hooley just explained. Like there was some fuckery going on, and it was Triple H. He
No,
after
Jen.
that 8-year run, yeah, he had a coronary whenever Vince went to dismantle it because he was just jealous. That was it.
They didn't say he had a heart attack, but that's what had happened. They said he had a heart issue and he was taking time
He had
away, but it was really more serious than that. Cardiac
He had
arrest,
a cardiac
something
event.
like that.
Yeah,
It was a heart attack. That's what it was.
for sure.
Did Triple H create the bloodline?
I don't know what
From
she
what I
means by
know,
create the bloodline, like the story, or does she mean like, because obviously the bloodline has been a thing for decades,
Yeah.
just not in the story.
I mean, however non-prevalent it's been up until the last few years, whenever they started this whole gimmick, the bloodline spans generations. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
it's,
now if you're talking about the storyline, I think
That
they
was
said Vince Roman. I think they said Vince Roman, Paul Heyman, and I don't think Triple H had anything to do with it.
I don't think he did,
Yeah, I think it was just those three right there.
because Triple H was still doing stuff with NXT when we were getting the big dog shoved down our throats.
Yeah.
yeah.
NXT. Vince had nothing to do with NXT Black and Gold. It was completely run by Triple H and William Regal.
Yep. Wait a minute. William Regal did? Yeah, he did help run NXT. And it's funny how he's back there now.
What does she mean? And it's been the
But
best thing for 4 years. Oh, she's talking about the bloodline.
I think William
Talking
Regal's
about the bloodline.
Oh, okay. It's been the best thing for 4 years because AEW supposedly is just being a better show. Like WWE recently just started catching some fire over the past since the beginning of the year. They started catching a little bit of fire. But other than that, AEW has been putting on all the great shows, the banger shows and stuff, so to speak. But yeah, we are halfway through. We are definitely halfway through NXT Takeover Portland. Balor defeats Gargano in an absolute banger of a match.
Oh yeah, that was a 5-star match right there.
And
This was like one of my top five
favorite
NXT takeovers was Portland, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was.
And while we're on the subject, real quick, Hologram. While we're on the subject, of course, this is going to be a big week for all of us, especially if you're a content creator. I may take about a week off or whatever, just to kind of recuperate from the weekend or something and stuff like that. Plus to kind of deal with work.
As long as you keep in touch.
When we come back. Well, you got my number, crazy. Both of y'all have my number.
Nonetheless, you better fucking answer.
Hey, if I'm at work, I'm at work. All right. If I'm out here grinding, I'm out here
answer. I will troll you every chance I get with sexual chocolate theme music. I swear to God. Do it.
That's funny. But when we come back, when we come back, what is the next retro rewind that we're going to watch? I am definitely
Well,
enjoying.
somebody mentioned, I forget who it was specifically, but
Guardian.
there was mention of watching a
Guardian, the GOC of the IWC. Shout out to Guardian.
I don't know. I thought Jeremy
So
was
some
going to say
W.
WCW, but I interpreted him too soon, I think.
Oh well, no, I was gonna say something like
So
getting back to like old school stuff. Like I think Guardian or somebody mentioned. I don't want to necessarily watch NWA if it's non-accessible for everybody to be able to watch. But I think that we need to find like a like Starrcade '97 or
Sting and Hogan. I was thinking Halloween Havoc, Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero.
that. Ooh, yes, there you go, there you go. I mean,
I'm down.
Starrcade '97 was just me spitballing because that was a good one in my memory. But no,
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Who else? DDP. I think did he defend the United States Championship, or he was going after it, or something like that. But yeah, to watch Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero back in those days, Halloween Havoc. You
Halloween
get
Havoc.
the purple Ray.
Halloween Havoc. What year?
What year was that? Let's see.
97?
Was it or 96?
96?
That was
Nope, 97.
97.
Yeah.
97. It was
Wasn't
97.
that the one that the Ultimate Warrior was on? And he came out in that denim blue coat that had his logo on the back, and then and the crowd was just like booing him and shit, and it was really awkward.
Was that when he was torturing Hogan?
That might be actually the that might have been in Halloween Havoc '98 that I'm thinking about.
97 was Yuji Nagata versus Ultimo Dragon. Good shit. Gato versus Chris Jericho. That's a blast from the past. Cruiserweight title match for mask match. Cruiserweight title versus mask match. Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio Jr. Singles match. Alex Wright with Deborah versus Steve McMichael. Jacqueline versus Disco Inferno. Man versus woman. They don't do any intergender matches anymore. Damn, sir.
Okay, yeah, Hogan Warrior was 98. Okay, good. That's not the Halloween Havoc. Thank God.
U.S. title match between Kurt Hennig and Ric Flair.
Okay.
Yeah, let's watch that. Let's watch that one. That'll be
Lex
a good
Luger versus Scott Hall with Larry Zbyszko as the referee. Sudden death match with DDP versus Randy Savage. And steel cage match. Piper versus Hogan steel cage match, non-title.
Let's watch that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 weeks. 2 weeks, guys, right here on the channel. It's going to be the Retro Rewind. Halloween Havoc 97. Greatest Cruiserweight Championship match that you probably will ever see in any generation, I think, between Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. Plus others, man, we're going to have a blast, man. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe, press that like, hit that bell for all notifications so you don't miss it. Do not miss it. So the phone that I'm actually on right now is going to die on me here shortly. So I'm going to have the results back up here for the time being.
Now,
oh shit, I'm inebriated again. What's going on?
when it comes down to it, after
maybe it'll work this time.
Next month we do need to do Starrcade '97 though. 6-man tag match. Ray Trailer, and the Steiner brothers. Rick Steiner.
That was
Scott.
For those that don't know. Ray Trailer was also known as the Big Boss Man.
That's right. Versus the NWO, Randy Savage, Scott Norton, and Vincent. Bill Goldberg versus Steve McMichael. That was an all right match. Mongo. No DQ match versus Saturn versus Chris Benoit. Buff Bagwell versus Lex Luger. U.S. title match, Kern Hennig versus DDP. The Control for Monday Nitro match. Larry Zbyszko versus Eric Bischoff with Scott Hall. And the special referee is none other than the Hitman, Bret Hart.
Oh yeah, that's the piss break match.
Yeah. And Hogan
Larry
and Sting.
Zbyszko, holy shit, I forgot about him. He was the commentator. Wow.
Yep.
My dad used to talk to me about Larry
Yeah,
Zbyszko because
living-
Larry was a big name when my dad was growing up.
And then Hogan and Sting in the main event for the World Heavyweight title. So
Jen
that's
said,
what-
"Let's skip that match."
Yeah. Like say that I enjoyed Starrcade '97 to be honest. No, I'm totally
97 was actually such a good year in wrestling.
Starrcade was good.
For me anyway. On both sides. The whole WCW and WWE were they were clicking in 97. They really were.
You know, part of me is feeling nostalgic. I kind of want to watch.
Hey, what match are
Springsteen.
you guys at?
I want to watch.
My phone
99.
died. I quit watch. I didn't even make it through the first match.
Right now,
What
Bianca,
match
and, Bianca and Rhea.
Oh.
I'm at.
Oh, this pissed me off because Charlotte comes out and just ruins it.
Mm-hmm.
She
Well,
had
what's
to
the
make her
timestamp?
presence felt. I was like, what the fuck is Charlotte? I remember I stood up out of my seat and I yelled out. My kid was sitting right next to me and I'm like, what the fuck is Charlotte doing in NXT, man? Like, you got to be shitting me. I was, dude, the boo. Just listen to the boos Charlotte gets when she makes her appearance.
Oh yeah.
Portland was not happy to see her at all. That was really the first time that they mingled. They brought somebody from the main roster into the NXT world.
Oh, right.
They kept them separate for the most part up until that point.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
But at this point, she was already the queen. She could do whatever the hell she wanted, and if she wanted to show up on and this is shortly before, from what I understand, when NXT started having. Was it at Survivor Series several years back? NXT came back as or was it bragging rights? No, it was NXT. It was
Be right back.
Survivor Series. Yeah, it had to have been when NXT made their resurgence in that, or made their invasion really onto the main card.
That came after Portland.
Yeah, I swear it came after Portland because this is when Rhea just started becoming like.
Because right now,
Hey,
when
over.
Charlotte comes out to fuck with Bianca,
Oh,
she
you
ends
think
up-
this is the start of that?
well, no, I'm just thinking because I was trying to do the timeline in my head and I had it wrong. And then when I remembered correctly, I forgot. Takeover Portland was in February that year. So by the time we got to Mania a month and a half later, that was when COVID, there was nobody. Drew won the title in front of nobody. And then Charlotte beat Rhea Ripley.
Right. And that was the
And it was like, you pushed Rhea Ripley in NXT and she's thank God she recovered and she's as big as she's ever been now. But she would have been at the level she is now back then had they not booked Charlotte to go over her at Mania.
No, I told
That was the most
Kratos
preposterous thing.
Coming through in a clutch with the encyclopedia knowledge. Survivor Series 2019. That's when that happened, shortly before the pandemic. Because I remember
before the pandemic. Okay.
I
The
remember
only
when
invasion angle I can remember, and it's their shirts throw me off because they were wearing the yellow and black shirts, was Nexus.
Oh yeah, that was
When
that
they
was
invaded and decimated everybody. Yeah, I know it was many years ago. But when you were talking about invading, I kept seeing Nexus in their yellow and black, but the yellow N on their shirt always makes me think of NXT
right,
for
the
some reason.
armband, right. All good.
Remember
was this?
Cassius Ohno?
Yeah.
That was actually, I said Triple H didn't miss in NXT. There was a couple of misses. Cassius Ohno was one of those.
Yeah, there was a couple. what was it?
Kushida.
NXT Takeover the End. It was Balor and Samoa Joe in the main event, but I know that there were a few misses during that show.
They missed badly on Kushida. His booking was atrocious in NXT, and he was always losing. I felt bad for Kushida.
And that's ultimately why he left. He was tired of the booking.
Who else? But at that point, Vince was in charge of NXT once COVID hit, so Kushida didn't really have a chance. He kind of just had nobody, had COVID not happened, Kushida would have been done way different, I think. But
what we got at Super Brawl 8 was what we should have gotten at Starrcade 97 was Sting and Hogan. Yeah, that's actually very true. That's very true. I was so sad. Not sad. I was mad whenever Sting just laid down. I was pissed.
Sting he was always the good guy, bro. Always the company guy. Even when it was a detriment to his own career.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say for that very reason that this whole last run that he had in AEW wasn't the best of his career.
He's got to be one of the greatest faces of all time in wrestling, really, when you think about it.
Oh yeah, iconic. I mean,
not just in terms of like his persona and the on-screen stuff that we saw, but how he was behind the scenes, and you never heard no scandals involving Sting. You never heard no backstage brawling involving Sting. Nothing. He was had the immaculate, and maybe there was stuff that didn't ever get leaked back in the day because there was no internet, obviously.
Right.
But I can't think of another guy that's really just looked upon so cleanly without any blemishes to his name throughout his career than Sting.
All he's ever been was a stand-up guy. And
very true.
They booked him so well during that segment of years as Crow, Sting, and WCW. But
yeah,
as soon as he started crossing over with NWO, he really added different layers to his character. But what's up, Rage? He was adding different layers to his character, but I think ultimately his downfall was that he became too cliquey. Because you remember when he joined the Wolfpack, I enjoyed that run.
Yeah,
but they didn't highlight his character well enough.
No, he was kind of a lackey to Kevin. Not a lackey, but he was
he was playing second fiddle.
Third fiddle, really, because you really just saw Kevin Nash and Lex Luger at the forefront of Wolfpack, really.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Sting was a part of it, but by that point, he wasn't, like you said, he wasn't doing the Crow thing. And to see him align with but at that point, the NWO shit was getting way out of hand. It was just every week somebody was joining one of the factions, and it was like, what are we doing here?
That's true. Yeah. That is true, 100%.
One week Scott Norton shows up and he's a part of Black and White, and then Virgil is Vincent, and all of a sudden he's in NWO, and then rest in peace Virgil, by the way. And then it was just and as much as I love Macho Man comes in and joins the NWO, and I'm like, what? What?
Oh yeah, too sweet me, brother.
Oh wait, hey, I got a question. So who was the most ridiculous member to ever join the NWO?
Who is the what?
Wait, what?
The most ridiculous person to ever join the NWO.
Are we talking original NWO? Are we talking red and black?
I'm talking about throughout the whole. I ain't talking. No. We'll go.
It's NWO in general, no matter what side. Okay.
But just black and white, because at one point the black and white had so many damn members, unnecessary members. Like, who do y'all think that was in the NWO shouldn't have never been in the NWO?
Well, Glenn Gilberti, Disco Inferno was only in the Wolfpack, wasn't he? I thought he was part NWO
Yeah.
Black and
No,
White.
he joined Black and White at
He
one
was just
point.
Okay, yeah, that's
No, I
my
remember
pick.
him wearing a black and white shirt or getting handed one in the
yeah.
ring. I don't know if he actually joined him, but
I was not a fan. I was not a fan of that edition, nor Conan, to be honest.
how about Horace Hogan?
Oh my God!
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Horace Hogan.
How about the Basham brothers, known as the Harris brothers?
Really, I did not know that.
How about Big Bubba Rogers, aka Ray Traylor, aka Big Boss Man? That was a ridiculous adding to the NWO. Kurt Hennig was a ridiculous. Buff Bagwell was absolutely goofy. Trillionaire Ted.
Yeah.
He was $1 Million Man was
I don't think
Trillionaire Ted. That's right. I totally forgot about that.
Trillionaire Teddy.
Trillionaire Ted and Michael Wall Street was
Rick
IRS. That's right.
Oh, Rick Rude.
I guess Inferno was red and black. I guess he wasn't. I swear I remember him being a part of the black and white at one point, but maybe I was wrong. Let's
What about
see. They had
Rick Rude? Rick Rude was one. Rick Rude
I don't-
appeared on Nitro and Raw on the same day.
Gentlemen, I'll be right back with you.
All right. But you're talking about
All
in
right.
terms of like the most ridiculous member? Ridiculous
Like
member.
somebody.
It's got to be either Disco Inferno or Horace Hogan, as in terms of absolutely nonsensical, useless waste, never did a single fucking thing for the faction ever, was Disco Inferno or Horace Hogan, in my opinion. Disco for red and black,
Yeah.
Horace for black and white. Those are my picks.
Ed Leslie. Disco
Ed
Fucking
Leslie.
Inferno.
Brutus Beefcake was the disciple, though. He was Hogan's little bitch boy.
Mhm.
And that storyline, it kind of fit. I don't look at him at being in the NWO as like just crazy, nonsensical, ridiculous that he was there. It fit for the time being, at least in my time.
You remember Yuji Nagata was part of the NWO? Him and Sonny Ono.
Who? Oh, who? Who'd you
Yuji
say?
Nagata.
I remember Sonny Ono. I don't remember Yuji Nagata.
Him and Sonny Ono. Yeah, Yuji Nagata. I think that was his name.
Or Nagata. I don't remember him, but I definitely remember Sonny Ono.
Because they had NWO Japan.
I love you. Let me know if you need anything else, okay?
Wait, NWO has a Japan faction? What?
Yeah, they had an NWO Japan.
I didn't know that. I just learned of
I'm
that
sure
right now.
Jeremy
in this
might
moment.
know about that.
I do. I wasn't. I didn't really watch much of them when they were in Japan, but I followed a match or two. I just knew that they were really over there, to be honest.
Does anybody know? Did anybody realize the referee Nick Patrick was an NWO member?
Yes, that's correct.
No.
Yeah, that's right. He did.
Who? I'm looking at this name. I'm looking at a couple names that I can't figure out their faces. Like, who was Kyle Petty?
Kyle Petty.
Like the NASCAR driver?
It says Kyle Petty was a member of the NWO. Whoever Kyle Petty is, I don't fuck if I know. Also, a name I don't recognize is Louis Spicolli. Who the fuck is that?
Louis Spicolli.
Wait,
That's-
Tori
I
Wilson
don't
was
think
a part of the NWO?
At one point, I think.
Really?
I remember she was in WCW
Wow.
before WWE because she was with Kidman.
Bubba-
They were together in real life.
Bubba Rogers. I'm not entirely.
Who is MIDAGAJAH? Midaja? Who the hell is
Yeah,
that
Midaja.
NWO member? I don't remember
Midaja.
that. I don't remember. Is that
I
a
don't
girl,
know.
I'm assuming? I don't remember her.
I don't know who the hell that is.
Oh, some of these people. Oh, that's right. Okay, so they're also including when NWO members went to WWE and they picked up the NWO storyline. So, because it says Shawn Michaels was a part of NWO, I'm going, what?
Hey,
Oh, okay.
so it says that
Louis Spicolli's got to be from WWE.
it says there. I've got a. Are you looking at the Wikipedia page?
Holy, yeah.
Because there's like say it's got it broken down by leaders, members, split, reunion, and associate. Like
Louis
is
Spicoli was
Brian
in the
Adams-
WWE known as Rad Radford. He was in ECW in the late 90s as Louis Spicoli. I've never seen this guy's face in my whole life. I don't know who that is.
Oh wow, yeah.
I don't think I know.
Big Boo's from Charlotte.
What's very interesting is the link that it's providing, this little YouTube video that I'm watching right next to Louis Spicoli's Wikipedia. It's footage of him, but the person posting the YouTube channel's name is Marky D. That's funny. Is it Mean Marky D by any chance?
Could it possibly
he's-
be me, Marky D?
I
And
guess
then-
Louis Spicoli
Probably
passed away
hilarious.
last year. Didn't know that.
Oh, that's sad.
The Forgotten Click member, Louis Spicoli. He was a Click member. What? I don't know what I'm even reading right here because I've never seen this guy ever before in my life. Guardian would probably know who he is though.
Let's see.
Louis Spicoli died from an overdose
In
while
'98.
working in WCW in '98. Damn.
Oh, I read the freaking article wrong. He didn't die last year. The article was posted last year. You're right,
Wow.
Kratos. My bad. Sorry, chat. I thought they were saying he died in January of last year.
Oh well, yeah, even then, like, still sad when people die
Yeah.
like that.
I don't remember this guy. I'm looking at him in the ring with Scott Hall right now. He looks like somebody they pulled out of the crowd, just this big, overweight, out of shape guy wearing an Outsiders t-shirt. But I don't remember him at all. And I watched damn near every episode of freaking WCW back during the Monday Night Wars. I do not remember him whatsoever. But if he died in '98 also, that's probably why. He probably was.
WCW too.
He was probably only on for a couple episodes. If he died in '98, he probably wasn't around for very long. Because that was when they were going at their peak right then.
What the hell does that shirt say? Oh, how much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish?
That's great.
Oh man!
many
You ever
fish-
hear something so stupid that it's funny? That was that for me. Like imagine wearing that on a shirt. That's hilarious. How much fish could
Bobby Fish fry fish?
If Bobby Fish could fish. Where's the lie?
How much fish could
They need to replace Ian Riccaboni with Mauro Ranallo. Yeah. Just saying. Maybe a hot take.
You don't like Ian Riccaboni?
After the
Better than Excalibur.
well, I'll give you that, but I am more along the lines of no drama, and because both Kevin Kelly and Ian Riccaboni were involved in whatever little spat online and defamation, slanderous, whatever it was going on. I think both of them deserved at least both of them deserved a timeout. I don't necessarily like the whole favoritism that came out of it. From what
Because Kevin Kelly left AEW, right?
yeah, he's
Mhm.
now starting a mentorship for wrestlers and future commentators who want to who want to push their craft.
He's gonna be like a coach, but for commentating. That's cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. Come on, man. But no, I'm just not. I wasn't okay with the drama, and I've always if push comes to shove, I'll pick Kevin Kelly over Ian Riccaboni any day.
Yeah.
But Ian Riccaboni, I'm not going to slight him on his abilities as a commentator. However, it was just the drama. I wasn't okay with the drama that came out of it, and
Gotcha.
I would imagine I would have rather seen them both go if one was going to be on the chopping block. I would have much rather have been both of them. But I think they need to open up the pocketbook, the big old Shahid Khan pocketbook for Mauro Ranallo. I really do.
Yeah. The Bruiserweight.
With the Broser Mobile.
Well, in this case, the Bruiserweight.
They won the NXT 420 tag titles.
Yeah, and they got the was that the Dusty Rhodes tag?
I would be lying if I said during this match you did not detect a strong smell of the marijuana in the arena when Bro came out.
Matter of fact, I think I was smelling it at the last show I was at with Kratos. People be doing that all the time, especially in illegal states.
Wait, Reed Flair? I see David Flair was in NWO, not Reed Flair.
Mm-hmm.
I knew David Flair was in NWO. I don't remember seeing Reed in NWO
How
ever.
much fish can Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish? Yeah, they've got the shirts on.
In the crowd? Somebody must have.
No, both
Riddle
and Matt Riddle and.
Really?
Yeah,
that was Bobby Fish's shirt?
They're doing the sing along. Yeah, both Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle have the shirts on.
Oh, that's right. They did do that with the crowd. I totally forgot about that.
They did the sing along. So great. If Bobby Fish could fry fish, how much fish could Bobby Fish fry? If Bobby Fish could fry fish, how much fish could Bobby Fish fry? If Bobby Fish could fry fish.
So stupid.
So I've got a weird thing about since I drive a stick. Like I got a set of driving gloves. Yeah, a standard transmission. How you like that? It's an anti-theft device. What do you want?
Hey, you do you, boo-boo.
Oh yeah, but no, I got some like legit transporter style gloves, driving gloves.
Yeah.
Whoa, Jeremy coming out looking zesty. Coming out looking like OJ.
The glove fits, so I mean, if
you can't acquit,
I did commit.
Yeah. Guilty.
Maverick.
Hey, Rage, how was?
What? Do you want inside? All right, come on.
Rage. What up, Rage?
Shit. That was not good. How much fish?
He's gonna get that shit stuck in my head. Thanks a lot, Otis.
Now, inside. Go.
Jeremy's gonna be singing it for the rest of the stream, and it's gonna be stuck in my head all week.
How much fish?
This is Otis's fault. No, this is Otis's fault. Mute him. Mute him.
I'm.
Let's see.
I was having fun, Hooli, and then you just.
I ruined it. Hey, you know what? That's
Why
why my
don't
friends
you
in real
rain
life.
on my parade?
You want to know what my gimmick is in
Let's
real
see.
life? My wrestling moniker that my friends have given me is Lamo Jamo. Like, I'm the Buddy Buzzkill of the group. Everybody says like, dude, because I'm always the responsible one. If everybody's going out drinking, I make sure I don't drink. So what happens when the one sober person is hanging out with all the drunk homies? Yeah, I'm boring because I'm not drunk.
Yeah.
So it's very apropos that Jeremy picked up on that. I am the Buddy Buzzkill.
It's okay. We still love you, Hulu.
I take fun and I murder it.
You know where fun goes to die?
Man, y'all been
Hulu's
hearing
house.
about
No cap. No cap. That's factual information.
all right, let me try this. And
Do y'all fuck with Popeyes?
Occasionally.
yeah, the chicken, yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to order some food. I'm like dying. I'm like so hungry I can't even think straight. And I'm like, am I getting Popeyes? What am I getting off of this menu? I don't know what to even order. I thought maybe y'all might have some recommendations. I was hoping.
I usually get their, the chicken sandwiches are good. I like their little shrimp, little combos. But, it's not often that I go to Popeyes, but when I do go, I usually get maybe like the little shrimp basket or something like that.
What's your favorite like go-to fast food joint? Is there one place that you prefer over all the others, that you eat more than all the others whenever you do eat fast food?
Honestly, I've always been a burger guy, but if I had it,
Same.
I would eat Jimmy John's every day of the week if I could.
Really?
Jimmy John's is fucking fire if you know what to get.
Yeah, I used to fuck with Jimmy John's, and then Jersey Mike's came into town, and Jimmy John's kind of just fell off here anyway.
So the thing is, I'm a burger guy myself, and
Yeah.
I love Burger King. I love Burger King. But
I've literally got a Burger King like right behind my building.
There's a place called Steak and Shake.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
Steak and Shake.
Bro.
There used to be one in a food court here when I was in high school. And my high school was like 3 blocks away from the mall. So we would all bail out of school for lunch and head to the mall. And the line, you would have like your Skippers and your McDonald's and your whatever the hell's in the food court. Bro, the line was always at Steak and Shake, bro.
They had one of the few places that actually makes like where you can readily get a legit Royale with cheese steak burger.
Really?
And that's a fried egg, gentlemen. A fried egg on your burger. That's
good.
Just talking about this last night in TSP.
They got rid of Steak and Shake many years ago out of the mall here that I grew up by. That's been gone for forever, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If I had my
choice though on how to, I would make my particular favorite burger. Give me a Hardee's style flamethrower burger that you would get at Dairy Queen.
Okay.
Yeah. Like a Hardee's style.
Everybody talks shit about DQ, and I used to fuck with their burgers big time, man. Their food was good, but it's not, at least at I live in between like 3 DQs, and they are in 2024. You do not want to go there now, but 10 years ago they were gas.
Shit, Rage. You see, we're just
Hey, Rage,
we're just shooting the shit. We're not even doing nothing.
Yeah, hey, Rage, let's save it for night one, WrestleMania night one. We'll save it for WrestleMania night one.
Yeah,
we'll
get
do
her
that
in here.
She'll have to be Raging Girl Gamer Bay. She'll have to adjust her name a little bit.
Well, then we got to shorten that up. I don't know how will we shorten that up.
I don't know. I don't know. Hooley's still on the fence about changing his name. It would seem.
To what?
Just adding a Bay Bay after, like all of us clowns.
I don't.
You know what,
and Rob
Kratos?
are
I've heard
you
of
all
this place.
babies? I didn't even
Global
realize that.
Quesadilla.
Just happened.
I've heard of this place before. Global Quesadilla.
We don't have that here in Oregon, unfortunately. A lot of places that y'all have are not going to be here in Oregon. We've got
or A&W. A&W's fire too. They have
We still got
burritos.
one of those. Yeah, we still got one of those. We do.
the one we have is it's a A&W KFC combination.
Yeah, that's what we've got here
Yep,
in
that's
town.
it. That's
Where
it.
I'm at. But in
That's
my old
it.
town, we had just a standalone
That's
A&W.
Which
it.
is funny because when I go to that KFC, I'm always getting KFC, but I don't ever get stuff on the A&W side of things.
Missing
Facts.
out. Bub.
Facts.
Oh,
I have
nice.
so many fast food restaurants behind me. I've got literally KFC, the standalone KFC. Then right next door to that is Burger King. Then about half a block down from that is McDonald's. And then right next door to McDonald's is Wendy's.
I
And
do
then
like
DQ's
that.
like DQ's a half a mile down the road. Jack in the Box, Carl's Jr., which is Hardee's for you guys. It's Carl's Jr. out here on the West Coast.
We got
yeah.
Carl's Jr. too. Yeah. It's Carl's
do
Jr.
you?
here too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's one right around the
I love
corner.
how White Castle isn't on anybody's radar at this point.
What, Checkers?
No, White Castle.
Ew.
Yeah.
Dude,
So the only White Castle I've ever had is the
really-
ones you buy at the freezer in the grocery store that come in like a
Yeah,
six-pack,
don't-
right?
Yes. The
Don't
little
get those.
sliders.
Don't get
the
those.
sliders.
Don't get them.
No, they're bad for your health.
Turn the box over and look at the ingredients on them things. All you should see is bread, beef, and onion. It should be 3 ingredients. Bro, the list is like this long and about this wide. There's hundreds
Holy
upon
shit.
hundreds of ingredients in that. I ate a box of those one time. I've never had such a bad stomach ache in my whole life. I don't know what they're
Right.
putting in them White Castle burgers, but avoid.
Yeah,
If you're approaching middle age,
the extra
avoid.
preservatives. I think it's the extra preservatives they're putting.
That's a
in
bad
to
Kratos. That's a 10-4.
maintain your freezability.
It's bad,
So
bro.
like, yeah, I had that same kind of experience.
Not to
and
mention
so
the
I
burger patties are like that thick.
I will never eat them out of a box.
Holy shit. Hell,
And it'll have to
Hell
be
to the
like,
no.
if I ever get them again. It'll
I'm
be
taking those back. I'm taking them right back.
Great.
Rage.
You don't know if you should.
I suggest, Rage, we had a blast last time you came up on the stream for the Royal Rumble. Let's do it for WrestleMania.
Kratos.
We had a blast.
And here, no,
Although
here's the
it was
thing,
like,
Kratos, it's not if he is still coming. Whether I gotta go get his ass or what, it's gonna happen. He will be up here.
and that's what he said too. He won't take no for an answer.
I spent $600
And with me,
fucking
that
dollars
was-
on tickets. Your ass is coming.
and with me trying to balance money and everything, and my rent being increased by $400 fucking dollars and shit.
Yeah,
It's
I know
really
you're
tugging
going
my pockets forward.
I know you're going.
Oh,
Rage.
rip,
What the
rage.
hell,
What happened?
Rage?
Did you rage on the Switch, or did the Switch get dropped somehow?
I mean, that is her gimmick, isn't
Did
it?
she rage on it and threw it? She
Yeah,
said she
it's her
thought it was
gimmick, isn't it?
indestructible. I hope she didn't throw it.
I thought that shit was indestructible.
She
I'll
was
never
probably playing
forget.
Mario Kart and fucking chucked that shit right at the wall.
Bro, I'll never forget.
Holy
I
shit.
was driving blackout SUVs years ago. My boss was riding with me. We were headed up to Stan Kroenke's house, like Los Angeles Rams, back when they were still in Missouri. We were rolling up to his house.
Yes.
Why?
We drove for him. I drove for a lot of prominent people, actors, rich people. Stan
That's pretty
Kroenke,
dope.
the Lauries, the Malley, the Waltons, matriarch and patriarch, or the matriarch of Walmart.
Yeah.
I've driven her. I used to get cheese conies at Sonic with her all the fucking time. She's fucking so down to earth. It's great.
Really?
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, no. We're pulling up to Stan Kroenke's house. We're pulling up to Stan Kroenke's house, And my boss, he's on the phone talking with one of the whether you do this or this. He was on the phone talking with one of his other associates, I think his brother, and he pissed him off. And he's just got a flip phone, and he just chucks it at the windshield while he's in the passenger seat. His phone shattered. I know he wasn't expecting it to happen, but his phone shatters and it spiders out the windshield from the inside, like the size of my head at the very minimum. Like I could not help it. Like I had to laugh. And he was like, "Shut the fuck up, Jeremy." Sorry, talking about my little phones like that and breaking.
Oh, reversal.
And
Reversal. Oh. And Riddle gets thrown out.
even then, Lucas Black from Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. I used to deliver to him.
Dragon.
Jimmy Johns. I used to deliver to him because he was dating an MU cheerleader.
On Peacock. We're watching on Peacock, Rage.
On the
cock.
On the cat.
On the bird with the colorful feathers.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
Rage,
that's a good question, Rage. We're still trying to figure out where he at.
Oh, yeah,
We don't even know.
It's been
He gone
2
MIA.
weeks. It's
He
been
hasn't
2
responded
weeks.
to nobody.
It's been almost longer than 2 weeks. Man.
He's missed a
Or
week
it's
of his
been
own
going on
streams,
3.
and that's why we're worried. It's because like he was supposed to be back after spring break, but spring break is way over by now.
Yeah. So, I'm generally worried about our funny bro.
Yeah, we spent a good first half hour in here worrying about Rob.
He's such a big part of this network we got. So, I mean, it's only fitting that
Yeah.
we extend our curiosities and concerns.
Yeah, because I've been concerned going on
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
week
yeah.
now.
Where the fuck? All right, Rob. Like, I'm ready to get back to these watch-alongs. Like, what are we doing?
And it's like, what's going on? Because like all the wrestling that's coming up this week.
Yeah. Like, say it's
Starting tomorrow is the Go Home show. So
we can all fairly assume if we don't hear from him by midweek, something is fucking up, man. Like that.
Yeah,
I
so
do not about this whole situation. I talked to DEG last night, and he was like, "Oh man, don't tell me that. That makes me worried. Like now, I'm just gonna be sick with worry." He even told JD what's going on. Like there's nothing that they can logically or reasonably do that we already haven't. But I mean, everybody who needs to know is kind of in the loop.
Yeah, like for real. So, but I got to tag in for him a little bit, at least this week, as far as just WrestleMania weekend. I got to tag for him to do night 2 for him. we're still gonna do the Big Mo Bebe podcast tomorrow. We'll do it 6 o'clock Central. Will be 7 for you guys. Y'all know the routine. And before Raw, we might bleed into Raw a little bit before we take off and enjoy the rest of Raw. Because this is the Go Home show for Raw and SmackDown this week, and NXT if you watching Stand and Deliver this Saturday, which I am, so I'm probably gonna check out NXT as well. But yeah.
are y'all doing anything Wednesday?
Dynamite.
Nah, I'm not. I gotta work. So I'm gonna work Wednesday. Thursday.
If I can figure shit out on my end, I might be able to work out doing something on Wednesday. But like I say, don't hold your breath, guys.
I won't. I'm not. I won't. Wednesday's my birthday, so I'm gonna be MIA. That's why I was asking.
I'm still in the early stages of putting my production stuff together and getting it all together so I can start filming. But even if I got to pull something together from my phone or from this, it's just that. Rob, get your ass back here, wherever you are.
But yeah, maybe Jeremy will do something as far as Dynamite for Wednesday, maybe. But like you said, don't hold your breath. Thursday, the
yourself
Big
out.
O wrap up. Yeah,
Check yourself out.
Thursday.
I'll let
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely. Yeah, he'll keep us in the loop. Just keep your eyes on your
Rage says
Twitters
I'm a
and your social
buzzkill.
media.
Do what? Rage
Well,
says
I
you're
mean,
buzzed.
you just admitted it like 10 minutes ago that you know, you know what I'm saying. So, but
She knows.
Is
She
your
plays.
but
brand
She
Thursday,
plays Call of Duty with me. She knows.
Lamo Jamo? Was that?
yeah,
Yep.
What you said it was?
Yeah, that was it.
but yeah, Thursday Rage, the big old wrap up episode 22 with
Oh,
special guest Phil. We met. Phil is gonna he's gonna be on the channel. We're gonna give our WrestleMania predictions,
that's
and we're
actually
gonna talk
really
about the little
exciting.
bit of.
I'm interested to pick his brain a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. We're all gonna pick his brain. We're all gonna pick his brain. Who you think you're gonna be around on Thursday?
Yep. Show.
All right. So you'll see the trio right here. Plus Phil will be here. We're gonna go over WrestleMania predictions. We're gonna talk about the little news. Talk about Matt Cardona. Is he going to AEW or is this just a one-off?
You know what
Ricky
I think
Starks.
about Matt Cardona?
What's that?
I think he's going to be the first wrestler that's appeared in all three major companies in the same week.
That's a
You
fair
know?
assertion. I was kind of
Everybody thinks because they didn't flash that Cardona's All Elite graphic after he
Nope.
just was
They
there,
sure
did he?
haven't.
No,
They
I think
didn't.
he's going to
They
be at.
didn't.
I think he's going to be at Mania. I think he is,
Yeah, I think he will be too.
or some sort of
He's gonna
one-off.
be part.
Well,
He's gonna be part of Cody
he's
Crusaders.
also Cody's friend, so he could be an ally. In which case,
Oh, he could help Cody win it. He could help Cody. Who knows?
He could.
Cody looks like he
definitely
needs
could.
all the help he
Cody
can get
needs
at
all the
this
help he
point.
can get. Yeah.
Gene,
Were we saying the same thing?
yeah, we said it at the same time, bro.
That's funny.
Cody needs a lifeline
we'll
or
see.
something.
Mhm.
You need to call
I
a
will
friend or
say though,
Yeah.
I was very impressed at how the Global Quesadilla location in Creve Coeur. That's what. I've been by there, but I mean, it's been. I've never eaten a Global Quesadilla. I'm gonna have to eat there. Well, where was I? Sorry, you got me talking about food, and now I'm hungry. Oh no,
It happens.
JD
It
and
happens.
Drew this past Tuesday they were talking about the whole thing with the Cove Open and how the only way you can really do it is if you do it John Cena style.
yeah.
And that's the only really acceptable way to do it, to do an open challenge. And
But it's got to be legit guys. It can't be like what's that guy's name? The Renegade, the guy from ROH, Lee something Lee. Is he
Lee
Keith Lee
Moriarty.
too?
Yeah.
No, not Lee Moriarty. His last name is Lee. He
Oh.
wears the cowboy hat. He's pretty new to AEW. He was in
Brian Keith.
Brian Keith, thank you.
Yeah.
You can't
Brian
have it be
Keith, yeah.
people like Brian Keith, bro. You can't. No
And-
offense to Brian Keith. I'm just saying, like,
No.
for his stature in the company, since he's so new, he's not looked at as like a legitimate threat that might cost Adam Copeland his TNT title. You got to put guys in there that are believable that could possibly beat Adam Copeland. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And so I thought it was really kind of funny that like JD just by happenstance just mentioned Matt Cardona just because he's got a lot of recent history with him at Hog and how you would expect him like low key I've kind of expected him to be in AEW more times than he actually has been. So
Godzilla.
But he never wanted to be signed to a single label. Like at a certain point, he was making more money on doing so many indies per week or per month, and making more money than doing that than he was being contracted contracted WWE talent. So, like I expected Matt Cardona to show up more prominently and consistently a long time ago, but it never happened. And so based on him showing up, like I really agree that it was a great move. I can't necessarily say for certain that JD and Drew gave Tony that idea, but it's always possible. But given the fact we might actually see Matt Cardona at WrestleMania, that's where I'm thinking like this is kind of just a stepping stone. And TK is already obviously fine with that. He's not necessarily he's not above putting somebody over if they're not already contracted talent, but they have a lot of respect for one another. Like I think TK would do a favor if he really does show up at Mania this coming weekend. Yeah,
Adam Cole, baby.
but he's already. Yeah.
This Godzilla shirt is like, it's old. It's not because of the new movie that just came out. I just happened to be
Oh
wearing
no,
it
that's
today.
retro.
This
That's
is like
like
OG Godzilla, like
that's
the guys with the puppet strings behind the scenes controlling the big cloth dummy Godzilla, like rah, that Godzilla. Not the CGI with the purple back spikes Godzilla that looks just totally ridiculous.
Oh Lord.
Although the new movie does look pretty beast, I might check it out.
But no, Otis. Well, even then, Hooley, you don't want a wrench, do you?
What?
People are suggesting that you have a wrench in here.
I mean, it's whatever.
How do you?
Do you want a wrench, Julie? I'll give you a wrench, no problem.
I mean, I'll take a wrench, sure.
All right.
Well, I'm surprised he hasn't had one already.
Who's gonna have him a wrench,
Yeah.
y'all?
Hey, I told you, I'm the resident jobber around here.
What you mean the resident? You ain't the resident jobber. What the
My
hell,
wrestler name
Julie?
is Buddy Buzzkill, the resident jobber. Buddy Buzzkill, the resident jobber. That's my gimmick. I ain't got no gold belts. This guy's got 2 title belts. This guy over here's got the AEW beautiful belt. I'm like, damn, bro. I never ever thought. I mean, I wish I had like $500 just to blow.
Yeah.
Them belts are expensive as fuck.
I mean, this isn't a legit replica, but I mean, it's the closest.
Looks like it.
Hey, it's the closest.
That's
bootleg.
definitely a replica of the new one. The all black strap. Yeah, that's a. She showed us. You be working your ass off to buy them belts. That's crazy.
I save up. I gotta save up to get it, man. It's crazy just how the blood, sweat, and tears that I
He
go
couldn't
through.
help himself. He's got a trip to plan, and he's buying title belts.
For real. You're gonna have to come pick him up because he bought a title belt.
I mean, we can.
No, because this was already paid for in advance. So
Yeah.
Wow.
this was already
Kratos,
bought.
he's the
and
Barry
paid for.
Horowitz of this crew. Okay, Kratos, then I'll expect that you can pat yourself on the back then, and we don't need to for you. Kratos is sitting there in his chair going like this right now.
He's doing the DIY pat on the back. Yeah.
Yeah, the Barry Horowitz.
Barry Horowitz.
That was who Barry Horowitz, if I'm correct, right? Wasn't he the guy that patted himself on the back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Barry Horowitz.
That's what I thought.
That's right. Duh.
Let's see. Here we go.
See, this is why I say Kratos is a fucking walking encyclopedia of wrestling knowledge.
He does know his shit. He really does.
Doesn't have the greatest takes sometimes. I'm fucking with him. No, me and Kratos see quite eye to eye in a lot of cases. He's questioning a lot more than I do in a lot of those times.
Yeah, Kratos is like me. He is very critical. He's very critical of the product, but rightfully so.
Yeah. Well, when you've been watching as long as we have every right to be. So
Kratos says he's the Barry Horowitz of this crew.
Wait, Barry Horowitz has a SummerSlam win over Chris
Yeah, over Chris
Candido?
Candido. Yes.
What?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
crazy, bro.
When was that?
Yes.
That had to have been in like
Yeah.
94 or 95 or something.
Oh shit! Go Rage.
Oh, okay, Rage. Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Hooli, you are
Rage is
officially a mod now, Hooli.
what?
You are officially a mod now.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You got your wrench.
Thank you for
You got
the pity you have taken upon me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a pity wrench.
I know it's a pity
Hey,
wrench
hey,
because I would have
hey,
had one
I'm a,
already by now.
hey, I'm a Cowboy fan, okay? I gotta feel like a champion since we ain't get one in the next 20
He's
damn
just been
years.
slacking. Yeah, he probably meant to. He's just been slacking.
Nah, and it's fine. I wasn't tripping on it. Like,
He's like, I was fine joining it.
Buzzkill is a mod. Buzz Killington.
Rage coming after me hard today, man. Did I piss her off somehow?
Rage Troll has returned in full force.
Hey. Would you rather have Rage or would you rather have Guardian?
You know,
What do you mean?
that's a hard question.
Pause. I mean, I'm a
Yeah,
heterosexual male. So probably Rage. If
Oh,
that's what
oh,
we're
you
talking about. But
do you remember that day when Guardian was going in on
no offense,
Dr.
no offense,
Evil?
Guardian.
Like Guardian was full on savage mode that day. My
Who was he
goodness.
going in on?
It was Dr. Evil James when we had him on the show.
Yeah, I was here for that.
A few weeks ago. That was crazy. Like Guardian, Doctor, and DEG was they were. I know they're good buddies. They're both Mets fans, but
They were
good lord, the promos that was going back and forth between those two. My goodness.
Oh, hey, Rage is giving you the business now too, Otis. So I ain't the only one.
Yeah, I know, Rage. You know, I'm sure your Falcons will do better than my Cowboys.
No,
this
she
year.
ain't a Falcons fan. She don't like the Falcons. She's a Russell Wilson fan, so she'll be rooting for the Steelers this year.
That's right. Rage and JP are now going to be on the same side this year.
Adam Cole, this hot take and cold truth. Adam Cole was in better shape than he was in NXT than he is now.
Did you see what that picture that everyone's posting of him on Twitter today? He looks sick. He looks like he's not well.
Yeah, like his entire upper body.
The look on his face, he's got like he looks so pale in the face that he almost looks like a shade of green. Like he looks like he's got the flu or something. He does not look well at all.
Well, I can tell you he's walking fine now because the other day he was at Kenny's house doing that stream.
Yeah, and he got up and walked out of view.
Mm-hmm.
Which now they're gonna have to do something now that footage emerged because.
Yeah, I was thinking that too because holy crap, if he shows up, I mean I guess you could probably stretch it another week, but if he shows up in that wheelchair, bro, it's like they're gonna have to audible out of that fast.
I remember Chris Candido being in that SummerSlam, Kratos, but what's crazy is that I did not remember that his opponent was Barry Horowitz. And obviously I remember Chris Candido because he had Sonny. So if you were 13 years old then and Sonny showed up on your screen, you were running to your bedroom really fast. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
I mean, facts.
For real.
Don't judge
That
me.
is so true.
It's crazy just the tragic stories in wrestling, bro. There's so many of them.
Yeah, I gotta watch the. Was there a new episode of Dark Side of the Ring this week?
It's gonna be I forget. It's not gonna be like a tragedy story though. I forget what they're doing it on. I forget what Dark Side is gonna be this week. But I forgot because I'm interested in watching. I want to watch the Roman Reigns documentary, but it's on A&E, not Peacock. So I don't know how I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
You can bootleg it.
Well, I wonder if the free site will be showing the documentary.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Kind of weird about doing those doing the documentaries on time and as they're airing. So, yeah, if anything, you may have to wait a day or two.
I'm gonna go to my site that I use and see if it's in the queue for.
Oh, nice move by Tommaso Ciampa.
Like there is a clear.
Yeah, they are showing it. They are gonna
Oh.
play it. Okay, dope.
Sweet.
Okay.
Will you send me the link of that in my DMs?
Yeah, this site though is
Oh, I
very.
just don't know if it's the same site that I use. Like I've got to use a VPN for those now, just because they won't load where I'm at anymore.
Good luck with it. It constantly is buffering and shit. Ever since they got rid of Watch Wrestling
Yeah.
and it went to watchwrestling24.net, this site is goddamn garbage.
Okay.
And I don't know of another site like this that I can use, but this one is always buffering. You'll get like 30 seconds of footage, and then you'll wait 2 minutes for the little circle to stop spinning.
Right. I've just been using the AI link, and then
God damn, even Kratos knows what Dark Side of the Ring's gonna be next week, bro. How?
He's in. Look, Kratos is the encyclopedia of the resort.
He's like the Rain Man of professional wrestling.
He's the encyclopedia.
Yes.
He is the librarian of the resort.
Kratos, you need to adopt that. Hooli just coined you a new moniker. Like you need to, for real, think about that. The Rain Man of professional wrestling. You need to think about that.
Yeah. He is definitely the Rain Man of the IWC.
Yeah.
You ask a
And
question.
if that ever gets monetized, I'll be expecting my royalties, or I'll see you in court, my friend.
Yes.
I want a piece of that pie, damn it.
He wants, because he's moving on up. He wants a piece of the pie.
I actually just really want some fried chicken.
Man, now I'm hungry again. Talking about burgers and that other.
Oh, shit. Oh, what a running knee by Ciampa.
We're at different spots in the show. But it's
yeah,
all right.
I'm at
This turned into a round table discussion, not a watch along.
Hey, it is what it is.
I'm not complaining. I can't even watch.
That's kind of what these are for, though. I mean, we've all seen these, and we can marvel at what Black and Gold is. But this is really like a roundtable conversation of just a little bit of everything involving wrestling or sports or whatever. This is like a bull session. That's just all what this is. Yeah, I mean, sure, we could comment. We could comment on how Adam Cole and how just what he was in NXT to compare to what he is now is just, I'm not even gonna say a shell of himself, more like a third of what he was in NXT.
I want to see his chest. I want to see that.
You know what it reminds me of? It's like when the NWO or when a faction has been around for so long, and then it just kind of they've made so much money off of it that they don't want to get rid of it, but it's just fizzling out and dying a horrible death, and it's uninteresting. That's what Adam Cole and the Undisputed Kingdom is doing for me right now. It's like, get them out of this gimmick. Get them out of the whole we're the same people we were in NXT deal. It's like Mercedes Moné coming out doing all the Sasha Banks stuff. Stop that shit.
They can still be the alternative. They can still be the alternative with these people, but it's just how they're portraying themselves, and they're doing what we've already seen. And like say, we can marvel at it, like, oh, we've got these people in this company now. Oh, they're throwing homage to who they were, but no, they're going to be different, and that's the one thing I can appreciate.
Look at Jade Cargill. Look at Jade Cargill. Fantastic entrance. But like I said, I want to see the work pay off. That's all. If the work pays off,
one of the few people, like Tony Storm, is doing it the right way. Regardless of how much people don't necessarily identify with the gimmick, or they think it's gone on too long with her with the title, or it's just gone on, the gimmick has just gone on too long, period. I think her changing her style up and her promo, just the formats of her promo and how she's totally reinvented who she is. I enjoy it. I enjoy the fuck out of it. And like I will give her the most props out of most on that roster who come from WWE. Is that Tony specifically has made an effort to do something different.
Yeah.
And like
I like
even,
everybody's saying, like, I kept seeing comments on Twitter regarding Tony Storm. They were saying, they were calling her like people were like kind of throwing shade. They were backhanded complimenting her. They were saying, I like the work that Tony's doing, but the cringe is taking over or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but the whole cringe part that's like the whole idea.
Yeah.
Well,
right?
because she's paying homage to old school wrestling, because that's exactly what she's doing.
Right.
It's she brought back
black
the
and
old
white
school
movies
style
from
of
back in
wrestling.
like the Prohibition era days and stuff like that. Yeah.
I think
it's cool.
Great. It's
and it
great
worked
what
for
she's
her.
doing. It's fantastic.
And I don't mind seeing her making out with Mariah May either. So there's that.
No, I don't mind that either. Yeah, she may be acting.
I might not mind it. I might not mind it.
She may be acting a little bit silly, say, and out of the norm for who she usually portrays, would normally portray. But I think this is just the most exquisite character work from her specifically, and
that's what I
plays
feel. And
her
people were
baby
shitting on the whole her kissing Mariah May the other night or last night on Collision, and I'm like, here we go. Now everybody's going to start talking about how the women in AEW have regressed back to the Divas era and they're having the chicks making out with each other, and I'm like, no, that's actually just like Mariah May is the stalker, right? She's the obsessed fan of Tony Storm. I didn't see Collision, so I don't know what brought them to kiss.
It's their own
but
version.
That's not going to be a weekly thing.
It's their own version of what Trish and Mickey did years ago.
Yeah, but I think it's not going to. Yeah. Maybe they make it to where Mariah May goes obsessive psycho and turns on Tony Storm. I hope they don't, though, because that to me will feel too much like a carbon copy of Trish and
Mickey James.
Well, here's the thing. Yes. This coming week, we've got Mariah May facing Thunder Rosa for the #1 contendership.
Yeah.
Now, if Mariah beats Thunder Rosa, which she very well could, the way that she needs to be booked, I think that she needs to be this booking of her with Rosa puts her in line to be a viable competitor, depending especially on how they book the match specifically.
Okay. Yeah.
But I really feel like if this is going to go back to Thunder Rosa's likely going to pull out the win. But the idea of Mariah May being inserted into the #1 contender spot, I feel like if we haven't, I don't know if I wasn't watching it as clearly whenever they were on Saturday or last night, but if there isn't any mention of like, oh, you'll take care of it and we'll just end this, or how much dissension there is between the two of them when the idea between them comes that there could be a championship match between them two.
Mm-hmm.
Like how, like if Tony just brushes her off, I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. Like we'll take care of it. Or unless if she wants to take it seriously, that's in every tell on how you can see what angle they're going to go at. Because eventually, it's going to come to a jealousy angle, or like you are potentially a good idea for a front runner for my title. Like how am I inhibit you, and then that creates a story from there. Like there's a lot of different possibilities. That's just one of them. But in my opinion, that is likely to come out of all of this. But I don't see Mariah May getting a championship match this early in her time.
Sorry about that.
How dare you?
Now
think that
I don't. Yeah, my bad. I don't see Mariah May winning that number one contendership. It will cost so much. I do like the idea that Hooley brought up about the whole going on a psychopath and just turning on Tony.
I like it too.
Will she be over enough when that time comes? That's the problem.
Well, see, I said
Well,
I
I
don't
mean, if they
necessarily
keep
want to
booking
see that though, because we saw that with Mickey James and Trish Stratus, and it's just
well, if
like
they keep booking her on Rampage, then that's the way it's gonna be.
it's just going to be more fuel for everybody to say, see, there's just still copying WWE.
Right.
Yeah, I can see that too. I really don't know how else they would separate the two if that if the opportunity showed itself.
Or even have this angle. Have for their match on Wednesday, have Tony accompany Mariah May out to the ring, and then she sits on commentary, and then the commentary team poses the idea to Tony. Well, I mean, she's doing really good in this match. Like, say she pins Thunder Rosa right now. Who's to say that you won't have to deal with this friendly rivalry? Or deal with some friendly rivalry come leading up until Destiny or Dynasty.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I like it. I like the idea, but I like the idea of poking the bear, trying to insinuate something or whatever. But by then, if Taz and Excalibur and Shivani, if they all start doing that, then that's basically telling you that's where they're going. If that's the case.
Like because they're not burning the candle at both ends, and with this story, they're just letting it kind of boister along.
Oh shit!
Yep.
El Ray crash off the second turnbuckle.
Oh, is it Bebe and Ciampa?
Yep.
Yeah.
This was oh my god. Has there ever been a takeover we didn't like? I don't think
all of them after this one.
Yeah.
Really? All of them after I can't even remember.
You don't remember the empty arena takeovers for during the pandemic?
Oh yeah, all of them after this one.
They all sucked ass. Because this is basically this was the last one that Triple H was really fully in charge of. Then COVID happened, and then Vince then word got around that Vince sent Laurinaitis and Pritchard down to NXT after that during COVID to supervise shit. And then we started noticing that the takeovers were all starting to look and feel differently, and like what's going on with takeover, and all of a sudden that first COVID takeover sucked so bad.
I remember you talking about this in JD's chat. I remember you talking about the show. Now, since you were at Takeover Portland, I kind of do remember hearing you or seeing you typing about it in chat.
Yeah, the pandemic takeovers were ass, in my opinion.
No. And even then, just comparatively, but all things considered, I seriously think that if Adam Cole is better now, he needs to be in the gym, because that image of him was piss poor.
It's just piss poor anyway, because he comes out there and he don't look like a fucking pro wrestler.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, and this black and gold Adam Cole, that's the epitome of Adam Cole.
Right. It's probably the best he's ever been in his whole career was in NXT.
It's hard to see him now because he's nothing size-wise or even.
Plus, he's doing the same gimmick, so it's like, come on, bro.
I mean, I get some of the time. Some it works if it works in big times, like it's going to work on the small scale. But
it's poopy.
Yeah.
Poopy.
It's stinky poopy. Stinky poopy.
Smelly stinky poopy.
Speaking of that,
so after this takeover, it was because it was right before COVID, and this is when it just kind of died out. So
I remember seeing Hooley typing about this because it was around the same time that I went to my first AEW show.
Yeah. All right,
I
so
was watching it because I remember watching this live anyway.
yeah, I watched it live too. I watched it live.
I just remember hearing Hulu talking about how awesome the show was and making a big deal about it. And I say I totally
Oh
agree.
shit, is that Hooli? Do I see you, Hooli?
No. I wish.
Oh,
Look! I was surprised when people saw me and Jeremy on AEW TV, man.
we were one of the first
I mean,
people.
they got a full close up shot of me, like
yeah.
you could literally see me. So with my sign, with that sign right there.
I don't know how the fuck do you all every time I've ever bought tickets to a show,
Mhm.
I've been literally get the notification the second they go live on Ticketmaster, whatever, and I go right in there, and within 10 seconds, there's no seats on the hard cam side.
All right, here's the thing. Like with AEW specifically, yeah, I think there's a with WWE.
I'm the
with their-
VIP, so I get the early access to the
Okay.
tickets for WWE, and even then, it's like I can't ever get cam side seats.
I like to say I can't really speak about buying WWE tickets because knowing how over they are right now as a promotion. I'd expect it to be difficult as fuck to get pre-sale tickets.
Yeah.
And especially, bro, when I went to get the tickets for Dynasty, they were going like hotcakes. People were checking out and seeing how many seats were going to cost what, and like they would. So some seats would go and then come back a little bit later after you picked them. It's messed up, but no, they were going so quick. Like I could only buy 2 at a time. Otis and Kratos are going to be sitting together a little bit higher. We might rotate off and on views, but no, I had to buy them separately, and luckily I paid comparatively exponentially less than what they're going for now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to say the tickets right in the front on the hard cam side, right at the base of the actual stands. Those are going to like $750 right now. Ringside seats are going comparatively the same price. It just really depends on where you want to sit. But
Last shot.
but there ain't much in the likes of seats. Oh, lariat. There ain't much for the like of seats that aren't in the nosebleeds at this point. Oh my god, that was fucking insane.
Woo. What the hell, Jen? What you mean? What you mean, Jen? Huh?
I mean, name a few ring rats that I've not necessarily come into contact with, but seen at wrestling shows. We're not going to go into that though.
Oh my god!
What's it called?
Oh,
Fucking
Maki
new season?
Okay. Yeah,
On the apron.
Maki Ito got drug out of a New Japan ring by her middle finger by Minoru Suzuki last night.
Who did?
Oh, Maki. Oh, talking about the Maki Ito. Okay.
Yeah, Maki Ito,
Maki Ito.
Joshi women's wrestler.
Yeah. Otis, what game you playing, bro?
It was my phone. I've got
Oh.
Metal Gear Solid tones.
Huh.
I used to play that.
That was my shit back.
Ciampa. Oh no, reversal. All right, so Hooli.
Yeah.
So Hooli, where would you take over Portland? Where would you rank as far as your top 5 NXT takeovers?
I would so I really liked.
Because
There's so many good NXT takeovers. It's like, how do you rank them?
it was so good. Like I believe the first Brooklyn was up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Takeover Chicago was fucking unbelievable.
yeah.
What was the one that was in Texas? What was it called? Takeover what? San Antonio?
That one was all
Or
right.
was
The
it
takeover in Toronto was the good one. Takeover
Toronto?
I didn't
Jesus,
necessarily
Toronto was so good, man.
take over London. I didn't necessarily like that one as much.
Damn.
No, but Corrigan Hall was good in Japan. Beast from the East. That takeover was badass with Kevin Owens and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. That was fire. War
God, where would I
Games.
rank Takeover Portland? I would probably say in my top 5. If you want me to rank it a number, I'd probably say 2.
Ooh, that's up there.
3,
That's pretty high.
2, 3, just because I can't really vaguely I was at that one, so that's the one that stands out the most. All these years later, I'd have to go back and like actually rewatch some of the ones that I consider in my top 5, and then I'd get a better feel for what I could rank Portland. But I'll put it at 3 just because I don't.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
It's so
thing.
hard to rank them, bro. You can put them in any order, really.
Well, and even then, that's the hard thing about, and I've explained this to Otis. I may have explained it on the stream, but when you actually attend a show live, like it's hard. You're so caught up in the moment. Like sometimes it's hard to rate the match, or at least critique the match objectively.
Yeah.
So I can see that being an issue. That's why I generally rewatch everything that I've attended.
Yeah.
Just because I like to know, like, was I overreacting in the moment? Was I? Or if it was justifiable. And most of the time, it was all justified. All things considered, no. It's another world watching wrestling in a live capacity versus on television.
Right.
At my front door. All right. Yay, they're leaving.
I think Takeover Portland is probably my number 4.
Oh shit.
It is definitely probably my number 4. I think Takeover Brooklyn, Sasha and Bailey. I think that's probably my 5. Chicago, Takeover Chicago is number 2. Takeover fucking Toronto is probably number 1.
Toronto was number 1 for me. It always has been. Chicago was number 2. Portland was number 3. Brooklyn was number 4.
New York, Takeover New York was good. The End was good.
I forget where they were at, but it was Samoa Joe versus Balor versus Demon
Balor, yeah. The End. It was good. I can't remember where it was, but it was definitely good.
That was that was actually
Takeover New Orleans.
Brooklyn number 1 was number 5.
New Orleans. That was a good takeover.
New Orleans.
That was Gargano versus Ciampa.
Yeah. I almost forgot about that one.
Which one was Gargano versus Andrade?
Oh yeah.
Which one was Gargano versus Andrade? Kratos will know.
Gargano and Andrade. That was good to see.
If I remember correctly, was that also the debut of Shinsuke versus Sammy?
That was Takeover Dallas?
Dallas.
That was Takeover Dallas.
Yeah.
And then you had Takeover Orlando. Asuka versus Ember Moon. Bobby Roode versus Malachi.
Was that Asuka versus Ember Moon in the last woman standing match?
Yeah, in Orlando. Yep.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite women's matches ever, man. That match was brutal.
That was
two
fire.
beat the shit out of each other in that match. I had never seen two women do nothing like that in the ring up until that point. That match was crazy.
That was a fire match. It was crazy. Cameron Grimes is down bad for Sexy Red, who saw his tweet about her tearing it up and bending it over. I guess he's trying to go to the moon, huh?
To the moon.
Uh-oh. Missed. Oh, ref bump. Ref bump. Low blow. Panama Sunrise. Countered. Fairy tale ending. No
Which one?
referee. No referee. And everybody, including Hologram, on this day was counting to 10 when there was no referee.
That's right. That's right. NXT Takeover War Games.
Was that War Games?
Well, no, Velveteen
There's
Dream.
two of those.
Let's figure out which match Velveteen Dream versus Aleister Black was at.
Oh yeah, that match was.
Oh,
fucking sick.
Gargano. Gargano takes the title away from Ciampa. And now Gargano hits Ciampa.
That was an epic ending to Portland Takeover, man.
Could be. Should be. It's done. You know, when that happened, I legitimately thought that Gargano was joining Undisputed Era.
Yeah, it was hard to.
I legitimately thought that was going to happen.
All right. I've still got 3 minutes left. Refs down. Everybody Undisputed Era's down. Tommaso was just looking at Adam Cole in the ring, prone.
This is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't care. You guys can hate me for this all you want. I think Undisputed Era is probably the greatest faction. Probably top 3 faction in the WWE.
In history.
Period. Yes, I know about the other factions, DX, NWO, and what have you and stuff. But
Right to censor.
War Games
as
2017. War Games
Huh?
2017.
Was that 2017?
It was War Games 2017. Was
17, so it's
Velveteen
season 2. Yep.
Dream versus Aleister
Yep.
Black.
Yep.
Meltzer gave Andrade and Gargano 5 stars as well, Kratos says.
Well,
I wish I could remember shit like that.
good shit. Great fucking show.
Hell yeah.
Great fucking show.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. That is all. That is it for the retro rewind of NXT Takeover Portland, man. And we're going to get up out of here, man. Just a quick recap of this week's schedule. Tomorrow, we're going to continue the Big Mo Bebe podcast, episode 60 whatever, which is going to be for that hour from 6 to 7. And then we're all just going to enjoy Monday Night Raw. Don't know if there's going to be a TNT on Tuesday. I think it is. Just follow JD's schedule on the social media. Wednesday, I'm not doing Dynamite. Thursday, BiggOh wrap up episode 22. Special guest Phil We Met. We're going to give our WrestleMania predictions as well as talk about the couple of news that has hit today. And And of course, Friday, there will be no SmackDown, no Hall of Fame ceremony. I'll check that out when I get home. Might do a little small review about it. Saturday morning, 10:50, right here on the channel. Stand and Deliver. Right after that, we're doing the BiggOh Wrestling, BOW. Right after that, we're going right into night 1 of WrestleMania. And Rage will be a part of it.
Yeah,
And Rage will be a part of it. Phil will be in Philadelphia for WrestleMania. Y'all make sure y'all go follow him and all his social media platforms and stuff. He's going to keep you posted and updated on everything that's going inside of Philadelphia. Oh, here he is right here. Speak of our boy Phil, he is now in the chat.
Yo.
He is up in here. Appreciate you, Phil, man. Can't wait for Thursday, man. Thursday is going to be exciting, man. We're going to have a lot to talk about. We're definitely going to pick each other's brains and stuff about what could happen on night 1 and night 2. Speaking of night 2, I will be going live for night 2 of WrestleMania as well. And this is a big week for us all, man. But that's going to do it. On behalf of myself, my boy, the bro from the Mo, Jeremy, and of course, Hologram. I appreciate my guys for showing up today, man. I appreciate you guys in the chat for showing up, man. Hey, I'm excited. It's going to be awesome. Phil says it's going to be Andrade. Yeah, they had the main event. Which one was that? What year was that?
He said it was Philly. I think it was 18 or 17. I don't know. 16, 17, 18. Who knows?
It was something like that.
17 maybe. Might have been 17.
Yeah, it's definitely somewhere around there. So
lastly, before we get off here, everybody, say
right first time.
for Rob, whatever you believe in, just keep Rob in your thoughts. Let's just hope that this is all just a weird coincidence or a weird series of events. But let's just be hopeful. Because man, where the fuck are you at, man?
Yeah, we're all looking for you, Rob, man. Hope everything is good with you. I hope you're safe, man. Just reach out to us, man, as soon as you can, man. Just let us know what's going on, bro. Let us know. All right, guys, we're going to get up out of here. Make sure you follow Jeremy, just in case he goes live for Dynamite on Wednesday. At least y'all have somewhere where y'all can shoot the shit at and stuff like that. Hologram, he's mysterious. I have no idea what he's got going on. He's probably got a time machine he's working on. Probably going to go back in time sometime soon. I don't know. Maybe he can go find out.
If I could do that, I wouldn't be here right now. No offense.
But guys, that's going to do it. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, press that bell for all notifications. To all my YouTube, Twitch, Twitter family, hit the follow button, all of that. We're on our way. We are at 881 subscribers. Let's go. 119 away from that 1K. Woo! Let's go.
Come on, man. Get him to 1K. Get him to 1K.
Let's do it. Let's do this, brothers.
The channel.
All right, guys. We're going to get up out of here. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy BiggOh. We up out of here. Deuces. Deuces. Gone. Well, let me throw a video for the people. I ain't even thinking about what video I want to put on for you. Let's keep Dr.
difficulties from hell.
Yeah, I know, right. And this one, I just wasn't even thinking. So
to all 3,000 in the chat, we're sorry. We'll get it worked out.
We will. I promise. Deuces, y'all. We out.
And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I give you your IWC Trios Champions, IWC Tag Team Champions, your IWC